Sorry, I'm a little bit late. We were dealing with shop stuff and the drive took longer and all that. So we are going to show off some Glisten and Glow polishes tonight. These are the Glisten and Glow polishes coming to the Polish and Beauty Expo, July 18th and 19th. They were sent to me by Glisten and Glow to show y'all. Of course, thoughts and opinions are my own, just as always. Let's get this sent into our broadcasting channel so everyone in there knows that we are live, especially since I was a little bit late. Just clicking on some of our regulars as well so they get notified. All right, that should do it for now. Awesome. Okay, Laura's here. Hi, Laura. Hi, Jen. Sorry, I'm a little bit late, y'all. We were dealing with stuff at the shop. We are almost done with renovations. The last step has to be the flooring, which unfortunately we are handling. So we went down today to just get some ideas of what we might want, and then one of the companies called and was like, we can come look at it right now. So we met up with them, and that took a little bit longer than planned. So sorry, apologies for being a little bit late. Jen said, hey, how's it going? It's good. How are things there? Maria just came in. Hi, Maria. So yes, tonight is Glisten and Glow. We have their items coming to the Polish and Beauty Expo. Jen said, you're going to love the Cowgirl Cutie collection. That is one of the things I'm showing you. We have a 10-piece Cowgirl Cutie collection that is going to launch at PBE, but will be available on their website afterwards. And then we also have 2 Polish and Beauty Expo exclusives to show off in here. Those are ones that you can only purchase at the show unless there are overpours, which is always a 50-50 shot. So hello, Michelle. Michelle just came in. Let's go ahead and start opening some stuff. How is everyone's week going? How have we been doing? Have I seen you since the 4th of July? Yes, I saw y'all on Sunday. But if I didn't see you, if you weren't here on Sunday's live, how was your 4th of July? I hope you had a good holiday. Jen says, it's been a long few days, very tired, but got coffee and well, that's all you need. Chrissy is here. Hi, Chrissy. First one we opened. Oh boy. I'm going to grab that box because Jill puts labels on boxes and my bottle doesn't have a label. This is what happens, y'all. This is what happens when you don't open stuff up until we're live. This is how I find out things are not as they should be. Chrissy sent our distorted face emoji. Michelle said hi to Jen. Okay, so we're gonna peel this label off the box so my bottle has a label. Well, maybe. Y'all, these are good labels. They're really on here. I'm really only trying to do this so I have a label shot to show you. Maybe. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere, y'all. Oh boy, the lid just popped open. All right, we did it. Hopefully this is the correct polish because this is what I'm sticking on here. Oh, maybe I'm not. It's not as sticky now. Maybe I'll tape it on. I don't know. All right, so this one in theory, oh yeah, now it's not sticky at all. I'm gonna put some tape on it so we have a label shot later, y'all. Oh my gosh. All right. In theory, I have Windy City Whirl here, which is we're ignoring the tape. Hello, Helen. Welcome. So this is a kind of pretty denim blue with a rainbow of iridescent flakies in it. Again, we're ignoring the tape, y'all. Just another little fun live fiasco. But yeah, so Windy City Whirl. So this is one of the 2 Polish and Beauty Expo exclusives. Also, I didn't even talk about the Polish and Beauty Expo. I'm so sorry. If you are new here or you don't know about the Polish and Beauty Expo, it is an in-person indie shopping event. There are 40 plus indie beauty and polish brands that will be at the event. It is a 2-day event outside of in Tinley Park outside of Chicago at the Tinley Park Convention Center. The July 19th is the actual shopping day, so you'll get access to these 40 plus brands. You will meet tons and tons of other polish lovers and like-minded individuals. So you'll make friends for a lifetime and memories for a lifetime, I promise. They have tutorial tables where you can learn from some volunteers or some self-guided tables. There's like water marbling, water decals, nail stamping, that kind of stuff. You can learn how to do those in between your shopping. Hello, Melissa. She just popped in. Jen said, I didn't realize my bottle doesn't have a label either. Okay, so it's not just me. But is that correct, Jen? Is that the correct one? one, Windy City Whirl. I just stole off box, so I hope it's correct. But yes, it's a super, super fun event. I do have some information I will put on the screen when we flip the camera around, just about where you can go to purchase tickets and a little bit more of a blurb that we got from the brand themselves. You can go to Polish and Beauty Expo here on Instagram or Facebook. They have a group over there and a page, or polishandbeautyexpo.com will give you more information on the event. Plus you can purchase tickets through there. It's such a super, super fun event. I've talked about it in many of our PBE lives. And again, I'll have the information when we flip around more. Jen said, yes, that's correct. Okay, cool. So at least it's the correct polish in the box, so we're good. Michelle said next year road trip, people, with our distorted face emoji. Yeah, it's an absolute blast. Even if you can't make it for the entire weekend, if you can just come on shopping day, it's totally worth it. There are different levels of tickets, the highest level being the VIP level, which sold out in minutes. Though, y'all, definitely keep an eye on the Polish and Beauty Facebook Expo group, because people have been posting their tickets for sale in there, and I have seen VIPs come up. So definitely keep an eye in there. But VIP is great. You get in a little bit earlier than everybody. You get a larger swag bag than everyone, or than others, I should say, not everyone, but than others. But general admission, we had early admission this year. That's a new ticket, so you can get in earlier, but you don't get the VIP bag. General admission gets in an hour later than VIP, and it's less money, but you still get a swag bag. It's just not as high quality as the VIP one. It is still amazing. I purchased general admission every single year. I did VIP my very first year. Hello, Karina. I did VIP my very first year, and I personally found the general admission just as good, and then I saved money from the VIP swag bag, where I got stuff that maybe wasn't my favorite thing, and then I could spend that money on polishes that I picked out myself. So any level you go is great. There is also there's another level. Basic attendee, I think is what it's called, where you literally just get into the show. There's no swag bag. That's fantastic too. Again, it gives you access to all these wonderful makers and their items. So I highly recommend you check it out. There is a night before event with a meet and greet. You do require separate tickets for those, that I believe is also sold out. But again, people are changing plans. Things are coming up, so you may be able to snag those. It is literally what it sounds like. It's a meet and greet. We have a little cocktail party. There's drinks, there's food. You meet the makers. You get a little bit more personal with them. And it's a little bit more just, I can't think of the word, intimate, a little more intimate than the actual shopping day. And that's super fun too. So if you want to check that out, but definitely head over to the Facebook group. That's where the most information. There is a Polish and Beauty Expo Facebook page for just info. And there is a Facebook group if you want to see gorgeous swatches that are being posted, and things that are coming, and just brands talking and stuff too. So definitely check out the event. It is so much fun. And a lot of these makers make exclusive items that you can only purchase at the show. Of course, if they have some left over, then they can list those on their website. So you may or may not get that, but it's another great way you get access to some super exclusive stuff. Chrissy said, great, my chat stopped working. Oh, I'm so sorry, Chrissy. Is anyone else having problems with it? I know we had problems previously. Chrissy, gotta hop on and switch to the girls. I'll catch a replay. Have a great night, y'all. Thanks, Chrissy. Have fun. Michelle said, Chrissy, that keeps happening to me too. Oh my gosh. Nail Polish Chica joined. Hello. Jen said, hi, Nirda. When did Nirda come in? Did I miss Nirda popping in? I feel like I did, but I also don't see Nirda in the chat. Oh, I missed it. Hi, Nirda. I missed you coming in. I'm sorry. Michelle waved and sent our distorted face. And Nirda said, hi. Hello, Jen. Okay. All right. So we've talked about PBE, which is where these polishes are coming to. Now we have the Cowgirl Cutie collection, which launches at PBE, but it will be available on Glisten and Glow's website July 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So the Cowgirl Cutie collection you will be able to get if you do not come to PBE. It will just be coming out at PBE. And then I have two exclusive polishes to show you, which we've already opened. One, Windy City Whirl. This will only be available at the show to attendees. You can go to the Polish and Beauty Expo Facebook group and request or find a fairy, who is someone who will shop the event for you and then mail your stuff to you, and you might be able to get your hands on it that way. Or if they have extras, They will also be listed on their site. The same release as Cowgirl Cuties, so 7/23 at 6 p.m. Eastern. But that is an if. If you want guaranteed and you don't attend the show, you're going to have to find a fairy. That's the only way you're going to get it. Hello, Jen. Welcome, welcome. Laura said comments seem fine for her. Kaylee is also here. Hi, Kaylee. And Jen said same for me. So maybe it's just some. I don't know, y'all. I am so sorry. I do my absolute best to make sure that everything works correctly for y'all and that we have a great time here. But sometimes it just doesn't work. I am so sorry. So if you are having problems, I apologize, and I hope that it gets fixed. One of the things I've done in the past that seems to fix some of the issues is I've offloaded my app, which I don't know how Android works. I don't know if you can do it, but Apple has an offload where it deletes or removes apps you're not using so much, or you can force it to do it. And then what it does is it essentially removes your app and it clears its cache. And then when you re-download it, it comes back, but it keeps all your saved settings. So your password is still saved. Anything you saved in the app, all that is still there, where if you delete it, it will clear all of that. So doing the offloading cleared my download cache, I guess, and that fixed some issues we were having. So maybe if you haven't tried that, try that. Also make sure your app is up to date. That is the only advice I have, and I hope that it fixes. So Jen said, hey, and other Jen said same for her, so it seems to be working. Kaylee said, hi, I have a pickle. Ooh, I like pickles. I hope you're enjoying it. Jen said, oh no, I'm saying that my chat is working just fine. Perfect. And Kaylee, Michelle said hi to Kaylee and waved. Okay, we've opened one polish. We have 12 to do tonight, so we're going to go ahead and keep opening these. Again, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Did anyone do anything cool this week yet? I wonder if all my bottles are going to have labels. We're going to find out. Thank God Jill wasn't in here to notice that. She'd be so mad. This is Loop Life. This is the second PBE Polish and Beauty Expo exclusive. And it is a beautiful purple with a high shimmer. I know Jill's going to yell at me because I'm calling it the wrong things. I don't think y'all are seeing the shift in this. On my side, I've got yellow and pink to that shimmer. Here really is only showing pink and purple. I don't think it is a reflective, but it does seem extra sparkly. So maybe it might be. Y'all, I'm still getting used to this camera having the flash on the wrong side of the phone. It might have some reflective in there. Hello, Kermit the Cat. Welcome, welcome. Michelle said, sorry, ADHD just missed, but it's working tonight. Oh, I'm glad that it's cooperating. Kaylee said, my AC is partially back. Ooh, good news, good news. Lynn is here. Hello, Lynn. How are you? Jen said, open chuckle. Oh, open and check. Oh, because I checked the box. Sorry, y'all. My brain's not all the way here. It's been a long day already. So apologies. Laura said, we spent most of yesterday in the pool and got 7 Brew. The best day. I'm glad you had a wonderful day. Lynn said, okay, love this. Well, I'm so glad that you're joining us tonight, Lynn. We are going to open a bunch of polishes from Glisten and Glow, and then we're also going to swatch them so you can see how they apply and how they wear and all that stuff. This one is Cowgirl Chaos from the Cowgirl Cutie collection. It is a 10-piece collection. This is a super fun bubblegum pink. And then again, it has a beautiful shimmer to it that is not showing up properly on camera. I see yellow, pink, and maybe green in there. Very pretty. Also, yes, y'all, I am naked. I popped peelies last night watching TV, as my ADHD does sometimes. And then I did not get to swatch today. I had planned on swatching a lot today. And then, of course, the shop stuff happened. So we went down there to deal with that. And I did not have time to swatch. So we are naked tonight. Let's see. Michelle said, Kaylee, it cooled down here. My hubby's car AC has AC only when driving. When he stops at lights, it stops. Ooh, that's awful. That's honestly, that's a naked Jeep. I mean, we always have AC because the AC works, but you can't feel it when there's no doors and roof. So you get AC when you're moving. If you stop, y'all drive through sometimes waiting for a drink at Sonic. Sometimes just, oh, it's so hot sitting there. So I totally understand that one, Michelle. And Kaylee said, Michelle, oh no, I bet he avoids stoplights when he can. Oh yeah, I bet he does. Next we have Boot Scootin' Babe from the Cowboy Cutie collection. And it is a beautiful, I'm going to go with purple base, but really the flakies could just be purple. We won't find out this one until it's out of the box. But we definitely have all kinds of shifting flakies. I see blue, red, orange, pink, and gold in there. Shiftiness. I still don't know what color the base is. I'm going with purple, but I'm not positive. It just has all the flakies in it. It's super pretty though. Michelle said, I'm naked too, but gloves, oil soaking. Ooh, yes, that's a good idea. Also, when I flip the camera around, y'all, we're not allowed to judge because A, I'm naked, B, I still have polish under the nails from capping my tips, and C, I have spray foam on my hands, under my nails, in my cuticles. We've had not a carpenter, there have been bumblebees. We thought they were carpenter bees. We've had bumblebees in the door frame at work. Actually, they were in a hole on the outside of the shop that used to be like an exhaust for a coffee something. There was a coffee shop in before us 20 years ago. And there was this like exhaust hole. And the girls noticed bumblebees going into it, and occasionally we'd have a bumblebee in the shop. So we filled the hole. And then they noticed more bumblebees in the shop, though honestly they've seen one or two and they keep removing them. So we think it's the same bee coming in and out. We don't know. We had the store sprayed for bees. And we still have bees, and they've now noticed at least one going into like a hole in our door frame. So I've been meaning to deal with it, and today I finally remembered. So we put spray foam in the hole of the door frame and any other potential gaps that maybe these bumblebees are coming in from. Again, someone was like, there's lots of bees in here yesterday, and we're like, how many bees? Because like now I'm like, what happened? And she's like, well, I see one. I'm like, that's not lots of bees, that's a bee. But still, you know, they're bumblebees, it won't hurt anybody, but nobody wants to, you know what I mean? So we're dealing with it. But I got it all over the place. Like literally my hand was like stuck to myself. I used Goo Gone on my hand. Like I sprayed it all over my hands and washed them together with just Goo Gone. So again, we're not judging all the things that I have on my hands today. Take care of your hands, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. Melissa, my car does that too if it's in eco mode. Oh, I didn't think about it. Well, technically the Jeep does it too because eco mode like turns off the engine, so it would make sense you would lose AC. Ours is supposed to only do it if like the cabin is set to the right temperature. Like if we have it set super cold and it's not super cold inside the Jeep, then it won't turn off or something like that. I don't know how it works, y'all. We didn't even know our Jeep did that. The last Jeep did that. We bought it. We stopped at a stop sign and it did that. And we thought our Jeep just died. And then finally after Googling, we found out our car does that. And so now I'm used to it, but yeah, I had no idea. Michelle said, yep, he's got to have it checked. Poor guy. Yeah, I'm glad the temperatures have dropped, or at least they have here. Like we haven't been in the pool the last few days because it's been too cold. Jen said, not to add your stuff, but both Pink's UV and Loop Life's Glitters UV. Okay, well, I will grab the black light so we don't forget at the end. Michelle said, ooh, good to know. I'll tell him. Okay, so maybe it is an eco mode thing. Laura said, I feel like you should turn the shop into a wildlife rescue. Fair enough. Yeah. Some days I feel like that would be easier than trying to evacuate all of them. Honestly, we're being super honest here. Something smells dead behind the shop. There's this we're in a rural area. Okay. We're in rural Missouri and there are some little trees, wooded area, and something does not smell good right there. And as someone who drives a Jeep and drives past roadkill, let me tell you, that is the worst part of a naked Jeep. Literally the worst part. You don't realize, even when you drive past them with your window cracked, you're like, ooh, and you roll up your window. When you're in a Jeep, you're engulfed. So I know what it smells like, and something somewhere near the shop is dead. And that's probably the next thing we're gonna have to deal with is find it, because y'all, it smells really bad. But it would be easier to just rehabilitate all the wildlife than to get rid of them, Laura. Jen said, Laura, that's hilarious. Kaylee said, all the crazy things you do and you still have nice nails. Dang. I am just careful with them, I guess. And they're strong, which is helpful. Hello, Frida. How are you tonight? The next one I'm open, y'all, as I get off topic, I'm reading the name. This is Chaps and Charms, and this is a beautiful purple cream. We love a good glisten and glow cream. They go on so beautifully and they self-level wonderfully. I'm seeing lots of pinks and purples. Next up, I am opening boxes with my cuticle pusher, by the way, y'all. See, sometimes I do good things. Ooh, hello, Sparkles. This is Longhorn Love Story. Also, y'all, there's a cute little boot on all the stickers. This is a super shifty. I'm seeing my side has more shift again, but I've got green, blue, teal, pink, and purple. Like we got a rainbow, and it's reflective for sure. No questions on this one. So here it is, sparkling. Jen said, my husband loves that purple cream. It's very, very pretty. I like that shade of purple. It's very pretty. Look at the sparkles in this. Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to this flashlight. It's driving me nuts. So pretty. Y'all, I keep feeling like something is in my eye. I apologize, but I can't seem to make it go away. Hello, Jess. Jess is here. How are we doing? This is Cowboys Cupid. And it's a beautiful teal base with shifting flakies. Y'all, do you see that chunky flake right there? We love a good chunk. So shifty. Literally, these are a rainbow of flakes. Kaylee said this collection has Michelle's name on it. It does. I mean, we've opened what? Oh, okay. To be fair, I was counting this purple. It's technically the PB exclusive. So far we've opened 5 and 3/4, because I'm calling this one kind of purpley, have been some form of pink and purple. It is the Cowgirl Cutie, so it makes sense we've got some pinks and purples in there. Ooh, y'all, I never took out our info sheet. Let's put those to the side. Near just said, that sparkle, isn't it so good? That reflective. And Jen said, Jess, party's here. Yes, it is. Ooh, we got another pink, y'all. Next is Ranch Hand Romance. These are giving me very Hallmarky vibes, which we had, I think, at least two cowboy romance movies already this year. So Ranch Hand Romance is a beautiful, I'm going to call it mulberry pink cream. So again, another beautiful Glisten and Glow cream. Nails Pow is here. Hello, hello. How are you doing? What do we have next? I'm showing off Glisten and Glow's Cowgirl Cutie collection coming to the Polish Beauty Expo. It will be available on their site July 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern, but it is releasing July 19th at the Polish Beauty Expo at Tinley Park Convention Center. We're also showing off 2 exclusive polishes for the Polish and Beauty event as well. This one right here is Wild West Wanderer, and it is a beautiful, this one I'm going to say it's a blue base, y'all. It's like a blurple base. And then again, beautiful, beautiful shimmer. I've got green, aqua, gold, copper, I think. And it looks like maybe it has a little hollow in there. Maybe some hollow sparkle. Could just be larger particle shimmer that is making it twinkle. Hello, Mandy. I can tell you right now, it's not a multi-chrome. It's not a duochrome because Jill doesn't do those. She does large particle shimmers. If she came in here right now, she'd be yelling at me. Actually, I'm kind of surprised she's not in here right now. To be fair, she may have messaged me, and I went straight from posting while we were at the shop to driving home to coming in here, so I have not checked my phone. I probably should do that. Beautiful sparkle here too, though. Jen says, I'm absolutely enjoying swatching these. Such a fun collection. And Mandy said, hi, everyone. Y'all, I am going to very quickly just check and make sure Jill did not message me. No. Okay, cool. So it's not my fault. She's probably just busy, and I get that. Again, I never require any brands to be in my lives. I know that their life and my life may not line up. Just enter the light. Well, thank you, Jen. It's not a big deal. It's really not, y'all. She has a life. She has her own things going on. So we do things, and if I have questions occasionally, then I message, and I let y'all know afterwards whatever the answer is. So she comes in, It's not a big deal. Next, another pink. We have Pink Pony Saloon, and if that song didn't just pop in your head, you don't have ADHD, or maybe you don't have ADHD, or maybe you just don't know the song, though at this point, I feel like we all know the song. So this one is a hot pink. This reminds me of Mall Madness a bit. So there's a hot pink, and then it's got color shifting flakies that I'm seeing purple, blue, and maybe green in. Nails Pal said, so beautiful. And I don't know if that was to this one or to our Wild West Wanderer, since we just showed them both back to back, but they are both beautiful. Mandy said, hi, Michelle, and wave. We have 2 more to open. I see, y'all, I got a little sneak. I usually open it so the window's facing you and not me, but I got a sneak peek of this pretty blue. Jen said the first time I heard that song was at a choir concert. That is true. So if anyone probably didn't know it was probably you, but I knew it way before then. And I enjoy that song, so it's fine. I have no qualms with it. Nirda said, wow, to the pink. Now we have Hey Girl Hey, and it's spelled like hey, like hey. And Nirda said, okay, Jill, I know this collection. She told me recently she's been in a little bit of a funk, which we all get there, but you could not tell with this collection. So I hope that this is like back in my groove collection, because this is so pretty. This is a beautiful cobalty blue, and again we have color shifting flakes. I see pink, purple, blue, and I think aqua coming from those. This is so glowy. Where is crystal? I feel like this is a crystal polish. It's so bright. Michelle said, oh my, I can't keep track of everything I love from all the different drops, right? There's so many things coming out between PBE and brands bringing stuff for PBE and to PBE, and brands who are not coming to PBE that are still making sure they drop. Like, we just have had so much come out recently and so many wonderful, wonderful things. So like, these brands are not playing around right now. Jen said that blue does not stain. Ooh, good to know. Good to know. But does it have the smell? Does it have that skunky smell, Jen? That's the next question. And you already said, OMG, isn't that blue stunning? We have one more to open. This is, ooh, okay. All right. We took a little bit of a turn here. Mandy said Chelsea with the naked nails. What? I know. I did talk about it a minute ago. My peelies, I had a few just pop off after swatching yesterday. And then while we were watching TV last night, the ADD got to me. So I like picked off my peelies last night with the intention to swatch. And then we ended up having to go deal with some flooring quotes and stuff. So I did not get time to swatch today. So that is why we're naked. It doesn't happen all the time. And I do try to not leave the house naked just in case. But I also knew we weren't doing like crazy renovations at the shop, because y'all, anytime we go to the shop, there's some sort of renovation. Like I said, I used spray foam today. But today was like getting a floor quote, taking some stuff off of our temporary wall, because fingers crossed tonight or tomorrow, they're going to take our temporary wall down. So we just have to get the flooring done, which is on us. Apparently insurance was like, no, that's fine. We're not doing it. So we are going to have the flooring done, because y'all, it is not fine. It was to the elements for the last 10 months. So we have to have the flooring done. And as soon as the flooring is done, we are back in, like, we're back into that spot. So fingers crossed tonight. But we didn't do anything hard labor on our end today, which, again, as being a business owner, usually we're down there hammering something, drilling something, whatever. So the only thing we did was take off. We had guitar hooks hung on the temporary wall for the like Guitar Hero and band, rock band guitars and stuff. We had to take those down. But Kevin handled all that. He handled the drill. He did the hard labor today. Nirda said, how lovely. Love the flakes. My heart is melting. Just said, sorry for the in and out. That's okay. I don't know when y'all leave. Just FYI. And if you come back fairly quickly, I don't get a notice that you came back. Lately, actually, I feel like I don't get notices if anyone comes back in. Like, yeah, I don't think even like halfway through like if you're gone for 20 minutes and come back, I don't think it tells me you came back. I think I only get the first notice. I could be wrong on that, but I didn't notice Jess, so welcome back. Michelle said, everyone will yell, she's naked, right? They're naked. We should never have naked nails, but we are. Also, they're worse than naked, because they still have stuff in the cuticles from peelies and under, and then spray foam, and we're not judging today again. Last but not least, which is what threw me through a loop, because we went from pink, purple, blue to Saddle Up Sugar, which is a dusty rose. It leans a little bit more brown, but it does have a pink tone to it. So it's like a pinky taupe, maybe mauve. Y'all, I don't know which one's which. Taupe, mauve, they're all the same things. It's a pinky brown. It's very pretty. It's definitely a cream. So it's going to play well with everything in here. And we already know we love G&G creams. Very, very pretty. And that's the unboxing part. So I think we have everything open. I will show you guys info for tonight's live, which I wrote so quickly when we got home. So it's a little chicken scratchy. But again, I was pushing my luck getting here on time. So it's a little bit rough. I think you'll still be able to read it for most part. I will show you the PBE info as well as the current vendor list. So you have all that for your screenshots. And then we'll get into the actual swatching. Ooh, one last thing though. One last thing, which I will have to find. No, I took my pocket knife out. I'll have to grab scissors. We have, I don't know, you guys can't read it because it's backwards. Jill, y'all. Jill. I love Jill. If you are new to a Glisten and Glow Live with me, Jill sends me what we call our finished chicken. I do not top coat my swatch wheels. I personally find it a waste of top coat, and I go through a lot of stinking top coat here. So I don't top coat my swatches. And Jill really, really wants me to top coat my swatches. If she's in here and she says, hey, top coat your swatches, I will. For Jill, I'd do it. But it's the equivalent of watching paint dry. It takes forever, and it uses product. So I usually don't do it. Jill has started where she makes a swatch wheel. She makes her own swatch wheel. She does 2, 3, whatever coats. She adds glitter grabber if she needs it, which we have a couple of reflectives and some heavy flakies that might need it. She does that on them, and she top coats it, and she sends it to me. So when we do all of our stuff, at the very end, I get out our finished chicken. Just like a cooking show where they're like, ooh, here's a dead turkey and it's still got feathers, and they shove it in the oven. And then 10 seconds later, they pull out a finished one. So this is my finished chicken. It's going in with feathers and it's coming out pretty. But she was like, I didn't want it to break, so I mailed it separate. Y'all, this is an envelope, a padded envelope with so much bubble wrap. Can you see how thick it is? So much bubble wrap, and it has one swatch wheel. One swatch wheel in it. She mailed this to me separate so it wouldn't break. First off, I don't think these are indestructible. Look at this. These are indestructible. So we're gonna have to talk to her because this could have gone in that envelope. Second of all, look at how much padding she put in there. But she did send me a chicken. She even labeled it. This is how she told me she labeled it, but I thought she labeled it. Hello, Bryony, or Brinny. Please let me know. I'm so sorry. I thought she told me she labeled it, and I thought she meant she wrote it on the wheel as like a finished chicken joke. No, y'all, she wrote it on the package. It literally says finished chicken, cowgirl cutie on the back of it. This is how I pulled it out of my mailbox. It made me chuckle so hard. And yeah, I'm going to have so much bubble wrap to reuse. So I haven't even opened it yet because y'all know we don't like to look at stuff until we're here together. So when we get to the end, we're going to cut this open. We're going to see how much padding is in here, and we're going to try to get this out of its bubble wrapped encasing, and we will show it off with them fully complete. Jill is here. Hello, Jill. Jen said Jill packs so many layers. She does. She said, I'm so sorry. It's fine. I was actually late. I was like, y'all, I think I might have been 10 minutes late even. I apologize still. I got stuck at the shop, so I apologize still. But Jill, we were just talking about your packing job of our finished chicken. I don't think this was necessary. I think this definitely could have been put in our package and it would have been just fine. So for future, but I did get a good chuckle out of seeing the finished chicken label on the back. So we're going to open that at the end. Hello, Ursuline. Jen said Jill and sent hearts. And Michelle is laughing at Glisten and Glow. And Jill said, just getting home, all packed for PBE. Yay, so excited. Less than a week, y'all. Less than a week. I'm so excited. I can't wait to be there and just... I'm so excited to be there with all of our friends and have so much fun and honestly just detox from here for a little while. So very excited. Jill said, no, it needs bubble. Jill, look at this. I bet y'all I could probably put this in half and not snap it. It would have been okay. You could have put one bubble and stuck it in there if you really felt like it. It did not need its own envelope. So in the future, you don't need to spend postage on one wheel. And also I would live without it, but I do it because you want everybody to see it, and that's fine. So since Jill is here, she will let us know as we pull it out if there are 2 coats, glitter grabber, 3 coats, whatever. Jill does like her 3 coats, so most of them are probably 3 coats. But we will go over that when we get to it, but that's at the end. So if you want to see them top coated, stay till the end because I don't do that, y'all. All right. We've got a little bit of chat, and then I'm going to flip you around. Let's see. Jill said, hey, babes, to Ursuline. Ursuline said, hi, Jill, hi. Jill said, Jen, yeah, love you, boo. She said, Kermit Cat, hey, love bug. And Kaylee said, are you going to do lives at PB? I am probably going to do pop-in lives, y'all. I'm going to do mostly like story posts, quick things. I will come on occasionally. I'm hoping to get to be in the polish making class. I'm not going to be making polish. I'm hoping to be in the room and do some lives of just like, so you can see what people are making and that kind of thing. And then maybe the meet and greet. But honestly, I'm there as press. So I want to make sure I'm getting the photos that I need to get. And I will I will make like a slideshow for here like I did last year. I will make a video over on YouTube of stuff. But I want to make sure I'm getting the content I need for that as well as being present. So I will be doing some lives. I'm hoping to I may not get to post them immediately after we do it, but I can pull them from an archive later. So if I do a live, let's say the 10 a.m. polish making class, let's say I'm in there, I'm walking around, I'm live, I'm chatting with people. If I get off live, it may not get posted instantly. Also, because y'all, the Wi-Fi there in the convention, because there's so many people, is awful. It may go up later that evening when I have time. I will make it saved to the archive, and then hopefully I can pull it and post it with like a label of PBE, whatever, so you guys know what you're going to come into. But it's not going to be structured like this. It's not going to be us talking for an hour. It will be a, hey guys, this is what I'm doing. Flip the camera around so you guys can see and be part of the experience. So it'll be different than this. And I do still want to I do still want to post them so that they are there for y'all to go back and watch later. I just don't think I'm going to be able to do it as I go, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. And here it says, when are folks usually arriving for BB? I will be in on Friday evening. We usually get in around 4-ish, sometimes 5 depending on traffic. It's about a 5-hour drive for me. I do stop a lot, y'all. I have a very small bladder and some travel anxiety, so I do stop a decent amount. I'm also not an early person. I like to get up, have my normal morning routine, shower. I cannot pack until day of because Waffles cannot see the suitcase until we're walking out the door. He panics. It's a whole thing. So we don't leave until like 10 o'clock in the morning, but we usually get in the evening and then do dinner and stuff. So I come in the evening. A lot of the brands and stuff will already be there on Friday. Jill said, girl, I have had so many breaks in the mail swatch wheels. Oh, I've never had that happen. But you know what? If it breaks, I'll just tape it back together. It just adds to our story, right? I'm just saying, Jill, you don't have to pay extra shipping for me. Okay, I promise. It'll be okay. I promise. Actually, if we want to talk about things, you missed the beginning. Our Windy City Whirl, and Jen has just realized hers doesn't either. I didn't have a label on my bottle, and I realized it right after I chucked the box. So then I picked up the box and I stole the label, but then it wasn't sticky anymore. So we taped it on. So just so you know, that's the thing that happened. Laura said, I can't believe it's less than a week. It's more than a week. Is it? Yeah, because Friday would be a week. It's a little over a week still. It's like a week and a half. Jill said, girl, okay, that was earlier. Michelle said that would be fun to Kaylee. Let's see. Jill said, hi, Laura. Laura said, hi. Jill said, you're the best. I try, y'all. Kat said, I'm so lucky. The venue is 20 minutes from my house and 5 minutes from my job. That is so lucky. You could just if you fill up your bag, you could just take it home and come back. You need a break. You need a breather. You just go home for a little bit. What you're saying is we all need to book with you instead of paying for a hotel room, right? You just rent out any extra space you have, even air mattress space, and make you some money for a polish, and then save us some money. Jill said, girl, please, I need that finished chicken. I know you do. That's why you sent it, but I could tape it back together. I've actually had to cut one, remember, because we did it in 2 separate lives. So I made Kevin take it out and snap it in half. He literally cut it so that one collection was on it and the other was separated. Michelle said, so lucky. I'm 16 hours away. Kaylee said it's like a 16-hour drive. You can split it in 2 days. Let's see. Oh, we had people come in. Holly Berries is here. Cassie of Loud Babs is here. Helen said, lucky, I'm flying in from San Francisco. Kaylee said, for me, and cry face. Jill said, wow, 16 hours. Laura, oh, good. I'm a week ahead, right? Yeah, I need that extra week between the shop rental finally getting done. Y'all, I am so happy it's getting done. Don't get me wrong. I'm so happy. It's been almost a year since it happened, and I'm happy it's done, but I'm we couldn't have had 2 more weeks, 2 more weeks. Now I'm finished and I'm doing shop reno stuff, trying to get it back together and trying to get swatches done and get my life together to go on the trip. Yo, I gotta get my hair done. Have you seen this? And there's so much color left, but it's not good color that I now have to remove it and then add more color. But I have to remove it first to know what color I can do. There's I messaged my hairdresser and she was just why is there so much? It won't come out. It won't leave. So I have lots to do before then too. Lots and lots to do. Cassie said, boo, LOL, and send a ghost. Hi, Cassie. Kat said, unfortunately, I don't have space. 5 adults, 4 cats, in a 3-bedroom house. Okay, so you're booked up, but you better be charging the cats rent. I mean, make some polished money off of somebody there. Jill said, I fly in because it would be 18 hours. Yeah, that's too long for me. That's too long. We did 13 to Texas and we split it into 2 days, and nope, I'm good. My new travel limit is 8 hours a day. That's it. I don't want to do any more than that. And we did Texas weird, so we did 6, and then this was supposed to be 6 and 8, and ended up being 6 and 11 because of things. And then the way home, we did 4 and 10 on purpose. I would never do 10 hours again like that. That was too much for me. Michelle said, I want to coordinate a bunch of us to meet along the way and go together next year. That would be so much fun. Jill said, hey girl, hey, to Michelle. Cassie said, is done also being 100% sealed from raccoons? Yes, we have not had raccoon triggers in, I think it's been 8 weeks. We went down the other day for something. Thursday, we took Waffles to the vet. But we went down to the shop. Well, the vet's literally, you can see it from the shop. Anyways, as we pulled into the parking lot, they had a corner of the in-building ripped open, and we were that's where raccoons were coming in. So we went to talk to him. I'm this is going to be done today, right? You're not going to go to lunch and then not be back until Monday. And he's no, it will be closed. I'm okay, good, because that's literally where they were coming in. But the building on the end there, they had a old phone box or something that was falling off, and we had to let the landlord know that it was coming off. And when they went to fix it, half the brick wall just fell off of the building. So they took it down to they took 2/3 off, and they put up metal sheeting and stuff, or they're putting up metal sheeting. I We were supposed to go look at it today and we didn't make it to that part of the building. But supposedly they're making that look better too. And that, because will have metal, will be raccoon proof. So 8 weeks, y'all. No raccoons. 8 weeks. Laura said, Cassie will be at PBE. She said, no, I'm trying to get her to go with just a person, y'all. I'm telling her she should just come and hang out with us because it's so much fun. She can meet other makers. She can scope out and see if she wants to join it or not, and that's fine. But I'm telling her as a polished person, she should come. Y'all, it's 5 hours for us. Like, you should come, Cassie. You should be there. Jen said, we drove to Texas 2 days there and 2 days back from Connecticut. It was 16 to 18 hours driving every day. Never been so exhausted. Nope. Nope. I could not. But my anxiety can't fly. I can't deal with the actual flight part. I don't care about, like, I get motion sick, but I don't even care about being on the plane or anything like that. It's the, like, going through the airport part. I can't. We drive. I will drive. I can control my car. Jill said, Michelle, ship it all to FedEx in Tinley Park and grab it Friday a.m. Wait, what are we shipping all? Oh, just that you're shipping it all? Michelle said, I don't really love driving far, but for this with some people, I would definitely go. Cassie said, I've considered it a couple times, but honestly, I think it will require way more planning and logistics than I'm capable of as a brand and as a person. I've got no biz being that tempted to buy stuff. Bring cash. Hello, Polished by Nay. Hello. Bring cash. That's your limit. Once you're out of your cash, you can't spend anymore. That's what most of us do. I pull out the card if I'm at the very end. Like last year, I wanted a t-shirt at the very end and I already put everything away. So I bought a t-shirt and then I buy polish for all the girls, all the employees. So that goes on the business card too. But otherwise, my cash is my budget. That's what I do. I save up all year for it. It goes in a jar and that's what I have to spend. Ursula, it's 45-minute flight for me. So is it too late to get tickets? It's not too late. It is not. Devil, we did this last time, did we? Devil Blue Dress is here. Hello, welcome. Do we have a government name? Molly, I promise. Molly is here. Hello, Molly. Nay said, see you soon, girl. I'm so excited, y'all. Polished Nay comes to PBE every year, too. Ursula, it is not too late to get tickets. General admission tickets are still available, which will give you a swag bag. It's a small swag bag, but it's a swag bag. VIP tickets have been coming available as people are changing their plans. Definitely keep an eye on the Polish and Beauty Expo Facebook group. They've been posting in there. There's also a waitlist thread that if Christy Rose sees them come up, she will message you about it. You can also get basic attendee, which does not give you a swag bag, but gets you in the door. There are still definitely tickets and way to go. The Even Hotel, I think, is fully booked up, which is where the event is at, but there are tons of hotels right there in the area and Airbnbs and stuff. So it is not totally booked. You can definitely still come, and I would love to see you, Ursula. Jill said, girl, get on a plane. Helen said, Ursula, check PBE Facebook group. Yes. Michelle said, Ursula, I think people are selling tickets on Facebook. They are. Jess, I swear this is my last in and out. I'm sorry. Hi again, everyone. Hi, Jess. Welcome back. Again, we didn't know you left, so I'm glad you're back. Kaylee, we need a mega carpool, right? Party bus. We need a party bus. We don't even have to party. We'll just play like the good music that we all enjoy and just like nap the whole time and let someone else drive. That's my idea of a party bus. And Kaylee said party bus. Yes, same brain. Jill said, can't wait to see you, Nay. And she also said, hey, girl, hey to Jess. Cassie, LO, absolutely not. My budget for polish is $0 currently. If I can make it, I don't need it. All my spare money goes to the kids' house repairs and family trip. All right. That's it. It's whatever. I mean, come without cash. Don't buy stuff. Just come meet people. Come have a small little vacation. Spend a night in a hotel and just meet fun people. Or not. It's up to you. There's no pressure, y'all. But it is a fun time. Melissa said tomorrow is a deadline for name changes. That is true on tickets. So if your name is not accurate, or maybe like Kevin books ours for us because usually I'm doing something, y'all, and then he has to change a name to my name and one to his name. So make sure you do get your name changes proper on your tickets before we go. Ursula said, thanks, ladies. Michelle said, I get this. To Cassie said, oh, Justin's back. We're watching a show. Gotta run. Bye. I will see you later, Cassie. Also, have fun at your event this weekend. I honestly probably will not make it to that one. It looks really freaking cool, but like life, busyness, it probably won't happen. So she said one day. All right, one day maybe. Okay, we're going to flip you guys around and get into the actual swatches because I said that like, 20 minutes ago at this point, y'all. This is why my lives are so long. Jackie Roberts is here. Hello, Jackie. Welcome in. I'm just about to flip you around to show off Glisten and Glow's Cowboy Cutie collection, which launches at the Polish and Beauty Expo, but it will be on their site July 23rd. And 2 exclusive polishes for the event as well. So I've got 12 polishes to show y'all tonight. So we are going to get into these swatches. So flipping you around. maybe, if the button will do the button things. Flipping you, scooching you as we usually do. I'm going to zoom in a bit. Again, y'all, I wrote this so quickly because I was so late. So like that P, that's a hot mess. But hopefully you can still kind of read it if you want to screenshot tonight's information. So again, this is Glisten and Glow's Cowboy Cutie collection that comes out at the Polish and Beauty Expo. It will be on their site July 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern. There are 10 polishes that, again, that looks terrible. I wrote this so fast, y'all. They're $11.50 each or $110 for the set. And then we have 2 PBE exclusive polishes that are going to be $5 each. So these are essentially, we're going to call them doorbusters. And then if she has overpours, they will also release 7/23 at 6 p.m. Eastern. So that is tonight's information. Again, if you want to learn more about the event, you can go to polishandbeautyexpo.com. I know it looks awful, but hopefully you can get the gist. And then everything for Glisten and Glow will be on their site at glistenandglow.com. Frida, nope, that's not Frida. I'm so sorry, y'all. Jackie said hi here for a moment. Awesome. Well, thank you for hanging out with us for your little bit of time. And Benji Han is here. I always butcher your handle. I apologize, but welcome, welcome. Helen said hi, Jackie. All right, so that, hopefully you screenshot that. If not, we'll bring it back at the end of the live as we always do. Here is our little Polish and Beauty Expo info. This is a little card that they sent out starting, y'all, way back. I think this one came in. Actually, a lot of the brands include these. I know I got some from Glisten and Glow. I know I got from Polish Pickup. I know I got them from VV. So like, but this is what they actually sent out. So this has more information on the Polish and Beauty Expo. If you want to screenshot that, again, you can go to their website or eventbrite.com if you want to just go buy a ticket now. But this is a little bit more info about the event. I know we talked about it some, but here's that if you want to screenshot it. Jill said, welcome, Jackie, and hey to Helen. Perfect. And then the last info I'm going to give you before we actually get into these, I know y'all really want to see this polish. This right here is our current vendor list for the 2026 Polish and Beauty Expo. There are 40 plus vendors attending. This is everyone currently on the list. Now, sometimes this changes, even y'all a week and a half out. Sometimes something comes up with a brand and they can't attend. So this is what is currently coming, but it could change if you go to the Polish and Beauty Expo Facebook group. Christy Rose of KB Shimmer, her and Glitter Unique are who put on this wonderful event. But Christy Rose will update that post if there are changes. So keep an eye on it as well. There are so many wonderful brands. There are new brands. There are old brands. We've got so many wonderful people. If you see a favorite on here, leave me a comment with which one's your favorite, who you're most excited to see. Even if, you know what, if you want to do top 3, because I know sometimes it's hard for us to pick, but let me know who you're most excited to see, y'all. I'm very excited to see like my usual people I love. You know, of course, Jill, I can't wait to see Jill, but I'm also excited to check out some new to me stuff. So like Twinkle Hex, that's new to me. I'm very excited to meet them and see them in person. Same with, sorry, y'all, my brain, Aurora Bloom. That's a new to me. I did show off their offerings and Twinkle Hexes. I've showed off both of those on previous lives. So if you want to check those out, you can find them, on my page here in the Reel section or under the Polish and Beauty Expo live swatches playlist on YouTube if you want to see their offerings. But I'm super excited. So that's our screenshot of all of this. And we're going to get into the swatches as soon as I find everything. Y'all, I never even opened our info sheet. I just took them out of the package. Helen said she posted the list and map today. Awesome. So there is a vendor list in the Polish and Beauty Expo group, and apparently she posted the room map, which the room is bigger. It is the biggest it's ever been, which is why we have even more brands. So if you want a map and you want to scope out your shopping and stuff, definitely head to the room, to the group to check that out. Just said, if you can pick a favorite, I don't believe you're a real human. I cannot pick a favorite. And Jill said, can't wait to see you too. I'm so excited, y'all. So excited. Okay. Swatch wheel wise, we are going to do a new swatch wheel tonight because I've got 12 things to show you. I have already shown so much stuff off. We've got 1, 2, 3 swatch wheels already of wonderful, wonderful brands. And y'all, first of all, I never do this. I never put them on a ring, but I had so many PBE, magnetics, thermals, jellies. We did some art with jellies the other night during that live too. Also, y'all, fun fact, this is how I do my magnets. I tape them together so I only have to use one label. So we have a bar and a velvet here. That's why it's the wonky one man out. But look at this. Look at all these wonderful things I've shown you already. So if you want to check out any of these, Kaylee said, woohoo, I made it back, LOL. Of course, you know we were going to be here forever. We always are. But if you want to check out any of the brands I've already shown off, we've done Sassy Sauce, Victorian Varnish, Aurora Bloom, Twinkle Hex, 1422, Hearts and Promises, Cupcake Polish. I think that's it so far, because Vivi has had 3 lives, y'all. She just keeps coming out with more. But yes, if you want to see any of these and their live swatches, again, they're in the Reels section here. Everything's really clearly labeled, or they do have their own playlist on my YouTube channel, which is spelled exactly like my handle here, Simply Nailing It. So if you want to see any of these swatches previously, you can. But we have 12 polishes tonight. I got 3 empties here, 1 empty there. That's not even empty. That's it. I got 1 and 3. So we are doing a brand new wheel tonight for Glisten and Glow. Melissa says, how do you make such tiny labels? Okay. So I use, which if you want a link, you have to message me, Melissa, because I will not remember to message you. I love you, but I won't remember. I have this little label maker. It's called a NEM bot. And then if I open it up, these are its labels. And I will fit, because it uses my phone to do it, I will fit as much as I can on a label. You can make your text bigger, smaller. You can move stuff around. I will fix this after the live because I'll have to label stuff. But I will move stuff around to fit on that label. And then I just cut them apart. So like this here is probably 1/3 of a label cut long ways. These are like way smaller. So I print them as much as I can fit, and then I trim them down to just not waste a label, and then they fit better. So like, even though this is very, very tiny on camera, y'all can very clearly, I can read it too, but on camera, you can very clearly read what this is, and you can be like, ooh, I want that polish, and I don't have to remember what this polish is. It's right there as a reminder. So it's Hearts and Promises Rudolph's Nose. This will be at the Polish Beauty Expo. So super to that label maker. Let me know, Melissa. It was very inexpensive. I have used it for years. I use it for nail stuff. I use it for work stuff. The labels are cheap. You can get cute labels. You can get like Santa Claus ones for Christmas. You can get hollow ones. You can get bigger labels. Okay, hopefully we're back. I see Helen said a glitch. Anyone else? Nearda's in here. Kermit the Cat, mine too. Yep. Okay. Me too. Okay. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Again, you can guess it. Who can guess what just happened? Who knows what just happened? My internet went down, but I was prepared tonight. I literally, y'all, I had my normal phone. Yes, that's a horrible angle with that flashlight because we're still showing sparkly things. I had my phone ready. Okay, it looks like I wasn't ready because I was ready on my hotspot page because I knew that was going to happen. I knew the moment I thought it was going to be fine that it would happen. So we are tethering again tonight. And despite our best efforts, Charter still has not fixed anything. So we're doing our thing, and I'm tethered to my other phone, so we shouldn't have any more problems, but I do apologize, and hopefully Charter can get its crap fixed so this stops happening. So I'm so sorry. Helen says we're back. Jill said sound is back, and Kaylee said, I blame LT, she went live too. That maybe, you know what, no. We can't even blame LT. We can't. Sound isn't syncing, but okay. Oh, it's all good? Okay, so is it, hold on, I'm gonna switch. Maybe it needs to reconnect to my AirPods. We'll see if that fixes the sound for you, Michelle. If not, then maybe come out and come back in. Jill said, yes, sound is not syncing, but it's kind of funny. Not syncing for me either. Oh, no. Oh, no. Y'all, my nightmare. I'm going to give it a second. We're going to see if the AirPod swap fixed it. I don't know. I don't know if we fixed it. Yes. It is funny. I don't want it to be like that, y'all. I don't know if it's close. Okay, I wonder. Maybe I watched too much anime. I didn't notice. Okay. All right. I'm going to give it another second. If not, I'm going to if I pull down my phone menu, I want to go to Wi-Fi and I come back, it pauses for you guys and comes back. So maybe that can unglitch our sound. Jess says, it's like we can hear your thoughts. Ellen says it's cute, funny. Jill said I came in and out too. All right, I'm gonna do that. So it's gonna pause y'all for just a second. It is gonna pause you. Don't leave, I promise. Okay, maybe it fixed it. I got a pause because you weren't using the app. And it does still say that I'm still tethered. So hopefully, Mandy, once you flip around, we won't be able to tell since we can't see your mouth. Ooh, that's a good point. Yes, Helen, it was frozen, but I did that on purpose. I froze it this time. Maria says fixed. Okay, but that's a really good point, Mandy, as you guys won't know anyways. Fixed. Okay. All right, y'all. I want to say a huge thank you, y'all, to all of you for sticking with me through the glitches. I know that it's frustrating. I want to apologize to anyone YouTube watching or just replay watching here that you don't experience the glitches, so then you just hear us talk about it and you don't know what the heck's happening, because it doesn't happen for you. The glitches are gone when Instagram downloads it. So I want to thank all of you for dealing with it. I want to apologize because this one is in fact on me. I mean, it's not my fault. It's the internet's fault, but like it's my internet. Which we thought we fixed. We contacted them. They came out and redid our main line for the whole street, y'all. They had to dig up freaking people's yards and redo the line. I'm sure we weren't the only ones having problem, but like supposedly that fixed it and it was good for a while. And then the last week it's been having issues again. So, and I will not lie. We were supposed to call yesterday because we had the holiday weekend. I knew they weren't going to do crap about it. We were supposed to call yesterday, but it was Kevin's birthday. And I didn't want to get stuck on the phone with anybody on his birthday. I wanted to enjoy his birthday. So, I do have a floor meeting tomorrow. So when I wake up, I will call Charter as soon as I wake up tomorrow, and hopefully I can schedule someone and balance it between meeting someone again, because we're getting another floor quote, because y'all, today's quote was insane, and it's going to be on our ticket, because insurance not covering it. The landlord is, oh, it's inside, it's your problem, even though, you know, I don't want moldy floor. So anyways, that's a whole thing. So it's on us, and I'm going to get a couple quotes because what I got quoted today is outrageous. So hopefully I can get it lined up and we will deal with it and get Charter fixed. So again, apologies. Kaylee said, damn fiber optics. And Melissa said, no blame here. Shit happens. And Michelle said, technically sucks when it doesn't work. We depend on it at this point, right? Yeah, it really, when internet goes down, literally, I mean, y'all, I work from home. Like, we run so much of our business remotely for online sales that when our internet's down, we can't work. So like, I get it. And she said technology. Yes. I read exactly as you typed it, Michelle, but I knew what you said. So again, thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you for dealing with it. I apologize that it's happening, and I promise I am doing my best. There's a lot on my plate, but I am doing my best. Okay. We're going to flip around and we're going to get into this. All right. So we were talking about our pretty naked, beautiful, brand new Glisten and Glow swatch wheel for PVE. Again, we are ignoring the nails. They are naked. I popped peelies. I still have stuff from the peelies because I wrap my tips and I don't go all the way with peel off, so it stays. And there is spray foam under my nails and in my cuticles. We're not judging hands tonight, okay? We're just going to pretend they don't exist. Helen said, no apologies needed. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Helen. And Michelle said, self-correct sucks too. I said hearts. And Kaylee said, naked nails, naked wheel, right? We're just all naked tonight. That's what it is. It's a naked party. Not really, y'all. I mean, what, to each their own, whatever you're into. But swatch wheel. Swatch wheel is definitely naked. I am going to zoom y'all in so Instagram focuses. And I think we're going to start with the two exclusives first so we can get those on and then get really into this gorgeous cowgirl cutie collection. I am going to do like I have been recently, where we do our we fully finish the polish, so first, seconds, third coats if necessary, and then label shot before moving to the next, just because there are so many here, and I think it just makes it easier for y'all to actually see full applications. So Michelle laughed and sent our distorted face emoji, and Kaylee said throws bra across the room. Yeah. All right, so we're starting off, again, ugly label syndrome. Ignore it. I will make this prettier and better later. But this is Windy City Whirl. It is a Polish and Beauty Expo exclusive. The two exclusives are going to be $5 at the show. If overpours are left after the show, any extras will be listed on Glisten and Glow's website July 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And oh my, y'all already forgot which one I'm doing. Windy City Whirl is described as a deep slate blue crelly loaded with green and rose gold metallic flakes and color shifting shimmer that shifts green and yellow. Michelle said, I'll pop again watching Star Wars stuff with son. No worries, Michelle. Jill said, I'm so sorry your bottle didn't have a label. LOL. I legit just made a note to print labels for these just in case they aren't labeled and already packed. Yes, apparently Jill's or Jen's wasn't. See, I always do that with you guys. Apparently Jen's didn't have a label either. So I just took mine off by the box. I will put like better tape underneath. It'll be fine on my end, Jill. I promise. Totally fine. This was just a quick fix earlier so that everyone would have a label shot. So Jill said $5. Amazing. Yes. So these are definitely what I would call a doorbuster. If you want either of these, I will get in line at Jill's booth first because $5, y'all, these are going to go. Even people who are like on the fence of the $5, it's going to go in their bag. So definitely snag this one. If you are interested in this and you want to be sure you get it, but you can't attend the show, you can definitely get a fairy who is someone who will shop the event for you and then ship your stuff. You can go to the Polish and Beauty Expo Facebook group. There is a fairy thread. Just search for fairy in the group and it will come up. And we're going to get this on our swatch wheel. Again, Windy City Whirl. I am going to turn on my air filter because I forgot about it already. Helen sent all the pink hearts. And we're going to do our first coat. I may still have to adjust our zoom based on focusing, but I won't know for a minute. So bear with me on that. And first coat going on. I love the pink and blue flakes in this. It's such a unique... Oh, yeah, we definitely still... Okay. Focus. There we go. It's such an interesting additive to that beautiful blue base. And then it just has that touch of green and yellow shimmer to it. Y'all, it's quite opaque on that first coat. Also, I'm not going to lie, y'all, my middle finger took the worst of the spray foam. It is like in my cuticles. I again, came straight home, got on live. So I'd have to work a little bit harder to get it all out. But Jill said, Mom, age 78, is helping at the shop again, and she clearly missed a tray of these with bottom labels. Oh, okay, Jill, you're blaming your mom now. Okay, I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell you blamed it on her. She said this one's good in two, and I have no doubts. It's pretty opaque in one. It's beautiful. But let's do a second and see how she goes. Now, this is, it does have those foil flakies, which I think sit up just a little bit higher than normal flakies. So you may want a glitter grabber top coat with this one before you go in with Glisten and Glow's glossy top coat. But honestly, a glitter grabber top coat just makes them so super plump and juicy anyways. Jill said, LOL, you can tell her I just texted her too. And she said, oh, oops. All right, here is that second coat. Definitely opaque. No questions on our second one. So pretty. I love these flakies. I think this is super fun. Definitely unique. Not something I own, y'all. And again, I have a very large collection. Very pretty. And you can see a little bit of how it's drying, that it is drying just slightly textured. So Jill's Glisten and Glow's glossy top coat is a good thick top coat. So it could maybe handle it, but I would recommend going in with Glisten and Glow's glitter grabber first, just to make sure it's nice and smooth. Here is your label shot. Again, we are ignoring the tape tonight, y'all. This is 2 coats of Windy City Whirl. It is one of 2 $5 doorbusters for the Polish and Beauty Expo. Wonderful. And then our second doorbuster for the event. These are exclusives. Again, if there's overpours, they will go on Glisten and Glow's website July 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern. But that's a big if with these. The second one is Loop Life. And this one is a purple-based polish loaded with color-shifting shimmer that shifts pink, orange, bronze, yellow, and it has lavender reflective glitter. And you can see that beautiful shift. I definitely see the yellow at the extreme angle there. And then if I grab my flash, we'll see our lavender reflective glitters, that extra sparkle in there. Again, this one is $5 at the Polish and Beauty Expo. So sparkly. Now this is a reflective, so this one's definitely going to dry textured, so you're going to want a glitter grabber top coat first. Again, Glisten and Glow sells glitter grabber. It is wonderful. I do believe she'll have it at the show, so definitely snag some if you don't have any. Jen said, okay, I'm back. Had to pop out for a bit. Sister-in-law was here making plans. Ooh, yay. Say hi to sister-in-law. We've only done the first one, which actually, Jen, you've seen these. So, you know, I guess you didn't really miss anything because Jen is also swatching these. If you guys want to see her gorgeous swatches, you can head over to Caffeinated Cuticles. She is swatching the Cowgirl Cuties collection for Glisten and Glow. Here is our first coat. You can see that beautiful shimmer in there. Jill says, yes, we will have it. So they will have their glitter grabber at the show, y'all. It is my go-to glitter grabber. Theirs and Victorian Varnishes Steamroller. Those are the ones I reach for the most. They are so glossy and juicy, and they really get in all the nooks and crannies. Jen said, I just enjoy being here. I enjoy you here too, Jen. I was by no means telling you to get out. I was just saying you didn't really miss anything because you've seen these. But also, I guess you did miss where my internet dropped again. So there's that. And apparently I was talking like an anime chick because my mouth did not line up with my words. So that's something to look forward to for all my replay lovelies. This is beautiful. Opacity check, even though we're naked. Maybe it's better because I'm naked, so you'll actually know. So it's not bad. I do think 2 coats will be perfect, and it's going to be luscious on that second coat. Jill said, aw, to Jen. I'm going to get my flash to show off the respective sparkles. Again, y'all, I'm still figuring out where the flash is on this phone. It's so weird. How many years has Apple had the flash right next to the camera, and now they choose to put it on the other side of the phone? Very sparkly and pretty. All right, let's go in with our second coat. Yes, look at how much more depth it got on the second coat. It's so deep. It's like a rich royal purple. And then the shimmer just glows. Kaylee said she's missing the party. I mean, it is a party. We are definitely having a party, y'all. Ooh. Opacity, yeah, definitely good into. I love, again, that I said this is the one with the worst amount of spray foam in it, and that's the one I use. But that, we tried the other night using the ring finger, and I couldn't make my brain do it, y'all. So pretty. Let's get the flash again. Jill says, so pretty. Agreed. Look at it. Okay, I'm not trying to make it unfocused, y'all, I promise. The camera just does that. I read recently that annoys people. That like when swatchers do a video and they make it unfocused, y'all, I love seeing the extra sparkle. That's how I want to see my stuff, but I do understand it. I want you to see it both ways, I promise. Sometimes the camera just do it though. Jill's is a steal for $5. That is a steal for $5. Y'all, that does not cover her cost. Like bottles, labels, pigments, your time. That ain't no way she's making any money on these. So if you are at the show, definitely snag these. You will never catch that deal again. I don't think there's anyone else doing a doorbuster for $5. So sparkly. Kat says, ooh, love this one. Kaylee, Jill really is her own hype man. I'm feeling it. She should be. She should be so proud of these, y'all. They're wonderful. Helen sent all the purple hearts. Here is your screenshot. 2 coats of Loop Life. Jill said, me too. I love to see the blurry. See, I don't want to do blurry forever, but I get if you start blurry or you end blurry or whatever, but I don't know. Some people just aren't happy, you know? Kaylee said freaking. She was fixing her autocorrect mistake. Jill said, after 16 years in business, you gotta hype yourself. If you won't do it, nobody else is gonna. 100%. Kaylee said, hell yeah. Jill said, thanks to Kat. All right, so those are our 2 Polish and Beauty Expo doorbusters. $5 a piece, y'all. Absolute steal at that price. And then now we're going into the Cowboy Cutie collection. This is a 10-piece collection. They will be available early at the Polish Beauty Expo. That's when they're going to release. But they will be available to everyone on Glisten and Glow's website July 23rd, 6 p.m. Eastern. They're going to be $11.50 each or $110 for the set. That is show price and website price. And Kaylee said that's UV. What's UV? What did I miss? I don't remember which ones Jen said were UV. I know the hot pink was, but I don't remember. Is that one a UV? I'm sure Jen will come in and tell us because we'll do it at the end for sure. All right, Cowgirl Cutie Collection. We're starting with Cowgirl Chaos. I just realized I did not lay these on their sides for me to be able to read the labels. That's not it. That's not it, y'all. My brain. There we go. Okay. Jen said the glitter's UV on the purple one. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's find out. I'm going to turn off the arch light. Let's do it. Usually I do this at the end, but... Oh, yes. The pink reflective glitters. Yes, they definitely do, which is not uncommon for reflective glitters. So I think you guys can see the pinky in that. So yes, the reflective glitters will react to black light often, which is what I'm doing, y'all. I have just my little black light here. So, oh, I turned it off. There you go. So you can see the little pink glitters in there glowing. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to turn that arch light back on for anyone who has a light sensitivity. 3, 2, 1, on. All right. And we are starting off with Cowgirl Chaos here. Kaylee said for $5, crazy, right? I'm telling you, y'all, Jill is losing money on those. Like Jill needs to remath. Cowgirl Chaos is a light neon pink Crowley polish loaded with color shifting shimmer that shifts blue and green. It's so pretty. Very bright. It's very bubblegum pink. It kind of gives me Barbie Cowgirl, which I'm not mad at. Lovely. Again, y'all, the cute little boot on the label. Let's get the first swatch on. Jill said, I'm losing money on these for sure. Also, y'all, she sends so much. She ships everything. She flies in. She brings in people. Yeah, Jill don't make money the show. Jill comes to the show just to see all of us. Kaylee said, rave approved. Jill said, neon. Yes, it is a bright pink. And we're going to get the first coat of Cowgirl Chaos on here. Look at how pretty she is. And look at how opaque she is. Y'all, one freaking coat. I know we're still going to do 2 coats. Don't worry. We're still going to do 2 coats. But you could get out the door. You could totally get out the door. Jill says it's got neon pigment in it. She says Jill loses money at every show. LOL, yup. Helen said, love pink. Jill said, but see my people all day. Helen said, gorgeous. Jen Nelson said, perfection. I agree. It's so pretty. So shimmery. Jill said, thank you, Jen. Love this one. She said, thank you, Helen. Jen said, this is a solid toe polish. It is. I agree. Completely agree with that. Beautiful. Let's do a second coat. Again, she pretty damn perfect on the first coat, but let's do a second just to see. Oop, we got a fuzzy. Get out of there, fuzzy. Okay, it lives there. Can I really not get you out? Oh, we made progress. I got it. Get off. Get out of here. You are not welcome. All right. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I was fighting for my life there. All right, 2 coats. Look at that shimmer. Kaylee said, I want to work for you, Jill, LOL. Mandy said, a certified pink lover approved. Yes. Jill said, aw, to Kaylee. Kaylee said, oh my God, it is. To Jen, it is a perfect toe polish. Jen said, yes. And Jill sent pink hearts to Mandy. It's so good, y'all. That shimmer, opacity, we knew it was good on 1, but 2, absolutely perfection. So pretty. Kaylee said, the subtle pink shimmer is yummy, right? It's very pretty. All right, let me get you a label shot. 2 coats, Cowgirl Chaos. Love. Next in the collection is Boot Scootin' Babe. Fun fact, Waffles and Mabels has allergies. They get allergy pills. But that means sometimes their bottom itches. And they do what we call the boot scootin'. And even the vet chuckles at that one. But so I always think of Boot Scootin' Boogie, the song, when we say boot scootin'. Maybe that's not a fun fact for you, but it's a fun fact from me to you. So Boot Scootin' Babe is a deep purple polish loaded with color-shifting ghost flakes that shift a rainbow of colors and a rainbow of metallic flakes. So y'all, it has all the colors in here. It is very much a rainbow fish polish here. Helen said, I'd stand in line for that pink. Jill said, love. She said, thank you, and sent a bunch of pink hearts. Jen said, Jill, I'm going to attach you to my folder in a minute. I haven't finished, but you'll have what I have. Okay. All right, let's get our first coat here, a Boot Scootin' Babe. So sorry, y'all. I have been talking so much lately. All these lives. I still have 3 PBE lives left minimum, plus a little box of horrors live to do this week. I actually was going to do that one today, but then I realized that Jill's was coming up too, so we went for PBE. I will probably be a little box of horrors tomorrow or the next day. Y'all know my life, so don't put it in your calendar yet. I will post in all the places like I always do before the live, but I do have a little box of horrors coming up in between Polish and Beauty. Kaylee said, me from Texas, when she sent the smiley with the cowboy hat on. I love it. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Talking way too much lately. Okay, I got a drink of water. There's your reminder to hydrate, y'all. And opacity check here. Look at how good she is in one. Look at it. Another, like, one coater. Get out the door if you had to polish. Mandy said, oh, I'm loving the boot scooting one. All right. Kelly said, get down, turn around, a boot scooting boogie. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You get my ADD. Jill said, thank you to Mandy. This is so pretty. All right, let's do a second coat. I know we don't technically need it, but again, we'll do it. All right. It did get deeper on the second coat, and of course we got more flakies, but it's another one you could walk out the door if you needed to in one. Also, is it weird that it's giving me Christmas vibes? Is anyone else seeing it like Christmas tree lights? I don't know. It gives me, like, I feel like I could wear this for Christmas too. It's very pretty. It's very deep. A very, like, vampy, luscious polish here. Jill said, I did a mix of summer and early fall with these. Yeah, I could see fall vibes with this too. For sure. Very pretty. Those flakies, y'all. It's truly a rainbow of flakies in there. She's gorgeous. Let's do a label shot for you. All right. 2 coats of Boot Scootin' Babe. Again, I love the little boot down on here. Jill, if you need boots for the show, I got about 15, 20 pairs. I can bring you boots. Helen said, reminds me of clear ornaments with different colored glitters inside. Yes! Maybe that's why I'm getting the Christmas vibes. I don't know. It's just really pretty. It makes me happy. Okay, next is our Longhorn Love Story. Again, y'all, we've had 2, I think, at least 2 for sure, Hallmark Western horse-themed movies this year already, and that's just what this is making me think of. Longhorn Love Story. Kaylee said a vampire Christmas, and Jill said, hey, I have a rhinestone hat. Nice. I have a light-up hat. I have a light-up cowgirl hat. I also have a red cowgirl hat. I've already forgotten what I'm doing, y'all. Longhorn Love Story. This one is a sage green base jelly polish loaded with color shifting shimmer that shifts purple, blue, yellow, and green. And it has silver reflective glitters in it, so you can definitely see all the shifts in there. Jill said, if you have size 9 boots, let a girl know. Ooh, most of mine are 7.5, 8s. I don't think I have any 9s. But I can keep an eye out for a pair. Here is with the flash to show off those reflective glitters. So pretty. Jill said, okay, yeah, I will keep my eye out for some. Actually, y'all, last year, which I don't know if I'm wearing this year or not, I bought knee-high rhinestone cowgirl boots. I actually found those at a local, like, it's kind of like a TJ Maxx, but it's not a TJ Maxx. I bought those for $30 before the show last year. I actually, like, talked myself out of them, and then I was like, if I wear them to PBE and I wear them to the Witches Night Out event I do every fall, then at least I definitely guarantee wear them twice. I've worn them way more than that. I wore them to, like, the Wicked premiere and all kinds of other things, or we went to the show early, really showing. We didn't actually go to the premiere. God, would that have been amazing. But anyways, I'm also going to get this first coat of Longhorn Love Story on here while we talk. But I have worn them multiple times and definitely gotten my monies out of them. But wearing them to PBE and to my Halloween event justified the $30. Not that that's crazy. Like, that's a really good price. But I was like, I don't need more boots. I have so many boots. Plus, I have ankle rhinestone ones. So, anyways, look at this gorgeous polish. I could not tell you what color this base was in the bottle. I can definitely see the sagey green. But then that shimmer really comes through as well. And of course, the sparkles from the reflective glitters. Opacity check. She's not bad in 1. I definitely think 2 is going to really make that shimmer come through even more and really up the green base. Very pretty. Another super unique one, y'all. I've never seen a sage with the shifting shimmer like this. So pretty. And of course, it has the silver reflective in it. So we put our flash on. We're going to see that more as well. Absolutely beautiful. Jen says, this one was a shocker. I agree. Like, it's so pretty in the bottle, but I wasn't expecting that sagey color, and it's gorgeous. Y'all know I love a green, so it's so good. Let's do our second coat. Again, this is Longhorn Love Story. Second coat. Yes, shimmer. Yes. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm gonna say it. I feel like this could be borderline prugly for some. Just because of the green to it. I love it. You'll know I love a good green. But I could see this being classified under prugly. And I can also see all the prugly lovers wanting this one. Jen said, just so shifty. Agreed. Opacity, I'm happy with that in 2. I know my chronic 3-coaters. I know Jill herself probably would do 3 coats of this one. But I'm happy with it in 2. I think it has so much shimmer and shiftiness still in 2. And then again with the flash to show off the reflective glitters. All the twinkles and sparkles. Maria says, love it, with a starry-eyed emoji. It's beautiful. Jill says 2 to 3. It depends. I bet she did 3 on our chicken, y'all. I bet she did. All right, here's your label shot. 2 coats of Longhorn Love Story. I'm pretty sure all these Southern type collections mean that Jill wants to move down south. I mean, she could. Maybe she's looking for a cowboy, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not speculating anymore, but I mean, some people really do enjoy the South. Next is Cowboys Cupid. That would be this beauty, Cowboys Cupid. This one is a deep teal jelly polish loaded with color shifting ghost flakes that shift the whole rainbow. This is another stunner. Ooh, y'all see the big flakies over here? Look at them, big boys. Yes, I want them. I want them out of the bottle. We got lots of chunkies in there. Now, this is a jelly polish, so we'll see how it builds up. Hello, Lindsay. Mandy said, gotta go. 3 a.m. wake-up call here. I'll catch the rest of the replay. Thanks, Jill. And Jill, thanks so much for hanging out with us, Mandy. I hope you get some good sleep. Lindsay, we are showing off. Oh, Melissa just joined too. We are showing off Glisten and Glow's Cowgirl Cutie collection that releases at the Polish and Beauty Expo. It will be available for purchase on Glisten and Glow's website July 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'm just about to go with our first coat here of Cowboys Cupid. Ooh, look at that teal, y'all. What a beautiful shade. Definitely going to need a second coat. She's a jelly, but it's gorgeous, and it's got that full rainbow of ghost flakies in there. Melissa said hi. Jess said worth a try. Helen said, Jill, I'm originally from Boston. And Jen said, Jill, same. The furthest I'll ever move is New Hampshire. Oh, I missed Jill. She said, LOL, I am a New Englander through and through. Never leaving, LOL. And Jill said, yep, same as you, Jen. Such a beautiful shade, y'all. Oh, okay. An employee just messaged in our group chat, and apparently the temporary wall is down. Yay! Oh, Kevin just said they took it down about an hour ago. And now a dog wants out. Just all the things happening here, y'all. Just all the things. So we just got to get that flooring done, and then we can move all of our stuff back in. I'm so excited. Jill said, awesome to Helen. Not sure. What did we miss from Helen? I don't know. Oh, that she was from Boston. Got it. And Melissa said, I'm from Massachusetts. I love this. Isn't it so pretty? All right, let's do a second coat, y'all, because I could, talk and shift for hours. All right, second coat of Cowboy Cupid. That's what I'm doing right now. Ooh, yes. Look at the depth. Look at how deep that second coat got. Oh, it's like a gemstone. It's just juicy because it's jelly. Also, y'all, I don't know how long we've had polish on, but it's an official live for sure now. No questions. We did get a larger flake. It's not a chunky boy, but it's a larger one. I'll take it. Jen said, yay for progress. Yes, I'm very excited. So once we get the flooring handled, which again, y'all, I had a quote today I didn't love. I'm going to get a quote tomorrow. We are not dealing with ourselves. We have learned our lessons that it is just better for our work and our situation to have someone else do it. And then it's done completely proper with no questions. So once we get the flooring done, hopefully soon, next week or so, we can get moved back over there. Oh, this is so pretty. Opacity check. Definitely shake into. Melissa said, are these only at PBE? No, these will release at PBE, but they will be available on Glisten and Glow's website July 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's a 10-piece collection. There are two that I showed in the beginning. Both of these are PBE exclusives. They are $5 doorbusters. If she has overpours, they will also be July 23rd at 6 p.m. But that's a big if because these are only $5 a piece, y'all. She is crazy. But the rest of the collection, which we've only showed off 4 from our 10-piece collection so far, these will all be available on Glisten and Glow's website July 23rd, 6 p.m. Eastern. And I will bring back our info sheet at the end of the live for those who missed it or came in late. Beautiful. Let's get a label shot. Jill said, so pretty. Helen said, I will do a Skittles of this with pink and purple doorbusters. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that would be beautiful with those for sure. All right, here's your label shot. 2 coats, Cowboys Cupid. Those beautiful flakies in there. All right. Next up is Chaps and Charm. One of our beautiful creams of the collection. Y'all, if you've never ordered a Glisten and Glow cream, you are missing out. These are so good. They are usually opaque on one coat. I say usually because I'm not guaranteeing nothing, but I've never had one not be opaque on one coat, y'all. But usually opaque in one coat, they self-level beautifully and they just go on so well. So this one here is a medium purple cream. It's so pretty. Very excited to get it on the swatcher with all the other polishes. I love the different finishes to this. So you get a whole variety of things in one collection. Again, these are going to be $11.50 each, y'all, which is still freaking cheap, or $110 for the full 10-piece collection. Those prices are show prices and website prices. And we're going in with our first coat here. Gorgeous. Jen said this could absolutely be a one-coat cream. Jess said smooth like butter. Again, if song didn't pop in your head, not my fault. Maybe you don't have ADHD. Jill said, thank you, Chelsea. I love making creams. They should be 1 to 2 coats. Yes, we always do 2 coats, but hers are usually really close to 1 coat, y'all. It's so pretty. It's so juicy and shiny. And y'all, they dry like that. They dry so shiny. Gorgeous. Here's your 1 coat check. I see one spot where I was just a little bit thinner here in the middle, but y'all, she's pretty much a 1-coater. You could walk out the door and be happy with this. Jen said, Jill, I said earlier that Travis loves this purple. Yes, you did. All right, let's do the second coat of Chaps and Charms. There we are. Just a beautiful, luscious cream. Melissa said, wow. Oh, it's so pretty. And again, that shine, Glisten and Glow's shiny top coat is amazing, but like, look at her without it. So, so good. Again, opacity, just because it's what we do here. So good. Jill said, and you know I love me some Travis Jen. Melissa said, wow is right. Our other Melissa said, I love purple polish because it is the Melissa gang tonight. Heather came in. Hello, Heather. We are showing off the Cowgirl Cutie collection from Glisten and Glow. It's going to come out at the Polish Beauty Expo, but it will be available on their website July 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Helen sent a heart eye emoji, and Jill said, so true. Travis is my soul sibling. Oh, Jen said soul siblings for sure. Sorry, I missed that one, Jen. All right, 2 coats, Chaps and Charms. I love that name. And we are halfway through this super fun collection. Next up is going to be Hey Girl Hey. And y'all, it is Hey Girl Hey. And if you do not say hey when you drive past hay, although maybe you don't drive past a lot of hay, I live in rural Missouri, then I don't know what you're doing with your life. But I do it every single time we drive past it. And I'm not sure if Kevin laughs or just cries a little inside. But I do always say hey and then point to hay. Anyways, Hey Girl Hey is a vibrant royal blue jelly polish loaded with color shifting ghost flakies that shift blue, green, purple, and pink. Kaylee said, Glisten Go top coat was my first indie top coat. Jill said, aw. Kaylee said, so good. Jen said, Kaylee, same, and I've never looked back. All right, let's get our first coat of Hey Girl Hey on here. Now, Jen did tell us this one does not stain. It is also a jelly, so again, I didn't expect opacity on first coat. It's not bad. We will do a second coat. And I made the comment, but does it stink? And I don't. Y'all, I don't smell the blue smell. I smell polish, and I put that really close to my face. But I don't smell the smell that comes with some blue polishes. So she is not a skunky one. She's just pretty. Look at those flakies dance. Kaylee said, do you moo if you see a cow? I don't, but I do say cow, and I do point to them. And we have to be careful because if Waffles is in the car and we say cow, but we know he's going to not be able to see it in time, he will freak out. He loves cows. He will run window to window to see the cows. When we first started dating, Kevin's family had cows, and Waffles would go play with them. They are his favorite thing in the whole world. So, yeah, we have to be careful saying the C word, which is, in fact, called the C word in our house. So pretty. Opacity check. Again, y'all, it's a jelly, so we're going to want a second coat anyways, but just so you sees. Jen said, I yell pony if I see a horse. We call horses tall cows when Waffles doesn't see a cow, and we're like, look at the horses. Those are just like tall cows. Yeah. Kaylee said, because I do. And she went, I neigh. Jen said, I have never had the blue smell, to be honest. You've never had a blue smell like skunk? Okay, well, you've been very fortunate, Jen, because they are out there, I promise you. It is not the worst thing in the world, but it exists. Oh, my God, y'all. Did you see how deep it got on that second coat? I can tell you now that Jen and Jill did 3 coats of this baby. They did. I bet you they did 3 coats. I'm happy in 2 on this baby. I know 3 would make it even more deep. We would have, Heart of the Ocean opal vibes here. I know the Heart of the Ocean is not an opal, but I went with Heart of the Ocean because the blue sparkly and then the opal because the flaky. Y'all know what I'm getting at. I'm sure a 3rd coat would make it even more deep. I think 2 coats is perfectly acceptable on opacity. I am happy in 2 coats on this one, and it's so pretty. It kind of gives me like jellyfish vibes. Jen said, I use 3 coats strictly for extra flakes. See? Helen says, beautiful. Oh boy. Tevin Isha just joined. I'm sure I butchered that. I am so sorry. Apologies. Please let me know how to pronounce your name or what you would like me to call you. I hate mispronouncing y'all's name. I feel so bad. Jen said, I'm a smoker, so maybe I just can't pick up the scent. Oh, that could be it, Jen. That might be it. Because it does smell a little bit. It smell because it's a little skunky, right? Melissa said, oh, I love flakes so much. Aren't they beautiful? Again, so shifty, stunning. Gorgeous blue. It's very bright. It's borderline neon, y'all. Like, that's a bright blue. Label shot. Hey Girl Hey in 2 coats. Helen says, this is giving Caribbean vibes. Ooh, yes. I could see some sea turtles and coral stamped on top of this. Jen said, exactly, Shruggies. Yeah, so maybe you just don't notice it, Jen. Maybe that's why, because I do not partake. All right. Next is Wild West Wanderer. Ooh, y'all, this was our shimmery baby. Wild West Wanderer. This one is a vibrant purple jelly loaded with color shifting shimmer that shifts blue, green, bronze, and gold. Michelle said, hi, back. Welcome back. We showed some pinks and purples. Jen said, yes. So yeah, maybe that's what it is. And Michelle C told you, watch the whole show. Ha, yep. You knew we were still going to be here. We got 12 polishes tonight. If you thought we were going to be done in 20 minutes, y'all, I'm sorry. I am not a 20-minute live person. It's never going to happen. Honestly, y'all, when some of my lives are like 30 to 45 minutes and we're only showing off 3 polishes, I feel bad. I'm like, what do I do with myself? I don't think we can get off yet. I don't feel like I did enough. So like, all right, we're a purple base. Yes, there it is. And all the shimmer. Kaylee sent a distorted face emoji. Jen said, this is the one I'm swatching in a little while. And Kaylee said, that reminds me of Mooncat shade. Oh, all right. You guys looking for a cheaper Mooncat shade then? Because these are only $11.50. And I am sorry, but I have never bought myself a Mooncat. I've bought them for other people. I have never bought myself a Mooncat. We can't do it. It's not in my budget. No judgment to those who do. I'm just saying, for me, it's a no. But look at that shimmer. This is one coat. Opacity check. It's not bad. It is a jelly. So we knew we'd want 2 coats, but like that's just one coat and that shimmer is doing that, y'all. Michelle said, Jen, I'll check it out. Oh, your swatches. Okay. And she sent Jen sent heart hands as I'm trying to do it with one hand and not on camera. Kaylee said, Deadly Nightshade is the Mooncat that she thinks it reminds her of. And hey, it's Melissa said, I went crazy during their sale. I get sales. I do understand the sales. It just, yeah, it's a lot for me, y'all. And also, you know, I do swatch. So I do have a lot of polish coming in. I am very grateful and lucky of that. And I know that obviously not everyone has that. So for me and my situation, I have not purchased one. I purchased them for other people as gifts and things, but for me, I haven't. Here is that second coat. And yes, hello, shimmer. Kaylee said maybe sparklier than the Deadly Nightshade. I mean, I like more sparkles. So for me, that's a good thing, but maybe you don't. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe it's worth looking up, y'all. If you're curious and you want to maybe find a dupe for that, maybe this does it. Look at the rainbows of colors in that shimmer, y'all. Helen said exactly to Kaylee's comment. Jen said, I'm trying so hard to purge my collection. Y'all, I have purged. I need to destash. When I get back from PBE, that is high priority, but I know people are saving for all the beautiful PBE releases and all the releases happening for those brands not coming to PBE. So I don't want to put extra on them or on myself, honestly, with everything going on. So that is a priority when I get back from PBE, is I'm going to finally start my destash, which I'm going to do mysteries. I am going to try to accommodate, if you say no magnetics, no glitter bombs, whatever. I'm going to try and do that to the best of my ability. I am also thinking about including a charitable donation in with it, but I just can't nail down my price. I don't know. Do y'all have suggestions on price? I'm not trying to make a crazy profit on these. I'm just trying to get them out of my house. But if I could get something back for the money I have put into them, if I've purchased, because y'all, there's a lot that I've purchased, or for my time from those brands who do not pay, that would be nice. And again, if I could make some sort of charitable donation with it, I think that would be wonderful too. But I'm trying to decide, do I change it monthly? Do I only do local St. Louis charities? I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Give me your feelings. If you want to type them here, great. If you want to DM me later on thoughts, I'm always down for advice, y'all. This is so gorgeous. Opacity check, definitely opaque in 2. I could see Jen and Jill doing 3 coats of this just because. And again, it's going to up that shimmer factor. I'm happy in 2 with it. So let's see. Michelle said, is it boutique versus indie? I like both, but really loving more indie brands. So I do have, I don't have a lot of boutique stuff. Most of my stuff is indie. If it is boutique, I am not aware that it's boutique, but it is not mainstream. My mainstream stuff, I think I'm going to do that in separate destashes or just a giant Craigslist pile or something. I'm not sure what I'm doing with mainstreams yet because there's just not really a mystery market for those as far as I know. Here is your label shot. 2 coats of Wild West Wanderer. Ursula, no wait, what did I miss here? Helen said yes. Unfortunately, Deanne pulled less purple for me. Hey, Melissa said, Jen, oh my gosh, let me know if you do. She said, Mwah. And then, ooh, I'd be interested. Definitely let me know. Yes, I will post it to my page, y'all. It will get pinned at the top. I promise when it gets up, I just have to have the time, really. Even to sit down and make the flyer. That's like the biggest thing that I can't narrow down a price because I want them to be very affordable for y'all. Okay. Next is Pink Pony Saloon. Our beautiful bright baby. This vaguely reminds me of Mall Madness. So if you are a Mall Madness Glisten and Glow fan, you are probably going to want this one. Jen said, Melissa, I don't post it, but you can pretty much shop my page and let me know, and I'll let you know what's available. All I ask is that you pay shipping. Kaylee said I need to do stash too. Melissa, ooh, like shop the polishes you posted. Michelle said, there's a group that does charity. You just ship it to them. They clean it and then they donate the polish product. I do love that. That's a great idea maybe for mainstreams. But I'm thinking like, this month I donate. We have a wonderful a stray rescue group. It's called St. Louis Stray Rescue. And y'all, they don't say no to anyone. They even bring in babies from other rescues who need surgeries that those rescues can't afford, other states, all that stuff. They say no to no one. They figure it out. They make it work. They're wonderful. So like, if I made my D-Stash 6 for $40, shipping included, and $5 donation to Stray Rescue. Something like that. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So you still pay $40. You get 6 polishes with shipping, and then I take $5 from that and give it to the charity. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Michelle said they have a Facebook group and on Reddit. Okay, I don't know how to do Reddit, but I will look them up on Facebook. Actually, I'm going to write that down as soon as y'all, I've lost my Post-its again. I'm going to write that down because if I screenshot, I will hit the wrong button and I will close out of our video. Been there, done that. So it was called The Polish Project. Thank you. Okay, wrote it down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Michelle said, Jen, seriously, shop your swatches. That's dangerous. Also, y'all, we're going to get that first swatch of Pink Pony Saloon on while we're talking. Melissa says, I love that. Jen laughed at Michelle. Helen said, I love that. All rescues deserve a good home. I agree. And Salopes came in. Hello, Salopes. Michelle said, oh, I get it. A percentage of proceeds, anything you do is good. See, that, yeah, it wouldn't be added on top. I wouldn't be like, $40 and another $5 donation. It would be whatever my price is, I would take, whatever to make the donation from. I wouldn't be adding to your guys's. So like if it's $40, it's realistically going to cost me like $7 to ship. So that's like, what is that? $33. If I take $5 for a donation, that's $28 for 6 polishes. That's math I can't do at the moment. What is that? Like $4 a piece, I think. Is that right, y'all? I can't math right now. So you know what I mean? Like you're getting a good deal on polishes that are typically these days between $12 and $13 a piece. Even if you want to go low end, like Glisten and Glow, she keeps her stuff low, $11.50, and then upwards of some $15 polishes plus hard to find things from Little Box of Horrors, HHC, Polish Pickup, things that I bought, 6-7 years ago, and getting them for like $4 a bottle. And that doesn't even factor in, envelopes to ship, my printer stuff, because I use an actual like printer label maker. Also, y'all, look at her in a one coat. So good. So like, yeah. I do also plan on using recycled materials, obviously, for shipping. Obviously, I save like my bubble mailers, but I'm not going to have enough bubble mailers for the amount of stuff I'm swapping out. So like, I've been saving, priority mail bubbles that things come in, and Amazon bubblers and stuff that I'm going to cut up and use as bubble wrappers and save a little bit money, but also recycling. So that'll save a little bit. But it's just figuring out the pricing and figuring out the donation part, because I just think we could do some more good with it that way. Y'all, the flakes in this are so good. So said, hello, friends. Michelle said, donate to advocacy groups. The garbage that is going down for people with disabilities is disgusting. Okay, I love that note. Again, y'all, feel free to always DM me stuff too. I'm going to write that down. Because, yeah, I'd love your guys' thoughts on places, too. I would love to do local St. Louis-based because that's where I'm at. So I would love to be able to do some good in my area as well. But, yes, I do love that, and I could definitely do some research and find some in my area. Here is our second coat. Y'all, look at how freaking hot pink she is. She is definitely neon pink. Jill said neon pigment, and it has neon for sure. Jess said hi, Salopes, and everyone else is waving at Salopes. And Michelle said, that's pretty, isn't it? Y'all, it's so good. Those flakes, the neon, it's 2 coats, no questions. Absolutely fantastic. So good. Helen said, polishes can also be donated to women's shelters. Everyone deserves pretty things. Yes, I agree with that as well. That is on my list. I have also planned on donating some of them to, I'm so sorry, my brain stopped, nursing homes. Because they use them there as well. And again, I think a lot of mainstreams, because not that they can't have indies, and not that I'm not saying they're not worthy of them. I'm just saying that there's not really a want for mainstreams in the resale community. And I have, y'all, I'm not kidding, I have 4 tubs of mainstream polishes, and they are not small tubs that need homes too. So yes, I do plan on donating those to a lot of different places that I can as well. But I love all of your suggestions. Again, feel free to DM me stuff if you want to make sure that I remember it. I am writing things down as we go tonight too. Here's your label shot 2 coats of Pink Pony Saloon. Michelle said, I have to remember this one. Well, screenshot it, Michelle. That's why we do the label shots. Jen says, I have a ton to donate as well. And Chris is here. Hello, Chris. We are showing off Glisten and Glows polishes coming to the Polish and Beauty Expo. Right now, we're going through the Cowgirl Cutie collection. I just showed off the beautiful Pink Pony Saloon in 2 coats. It's so hot pink and sparkly. We love her. And next, we're going into Saddle Up Sugar. This beautiful cream. This one is a medium tan cream. Michelle said, I've been searching for shelters and nursing homes in my area. Haven't found anything close. I'd love to go and paint nails at a nursing home. Oh, I love that idea, Michelle. That would be wonderful. There has to be something. There has to be something near you for sure. Beautiful cream. Again, we've talked about how wonderful Glisten and Glows creams are. They go on beautifully. They self-level. They dry super, super stinking shiny. I mean, look at that purple. Look at that's been how many swatches ago? 3 swatches ago. Look at how shiny she still is. So good. Obviously, we still want to top coat our nails to protect that polish, but you could walk out the door if you didn't have time and it would be a-okay. Let's do our first coat here of Saddle Up Sugar. I love this name. Beautifully. Almost opaque in one. You can see she's just a little bit thin again in the center. Once again, I think if you had to walk out of the door here, you totally could, but almost opaque in one. Michelle said, Western Massachusetts, distorted face, and a grr anger emoji. I always call that one the grr one, when he's really like grr at you. Very, very pretty though. Yeah, I'm sure there's something. There has to be something in your area, Michelle, for sure. Maybe try asking if you're in any local Facebook groups, like any local buy-sell trade groups, or just like info. Like we have one for my county called whatever 411. So maybe ask in there, and someone might have some good suggestions for you, or maybe someone works at one and could give you some info. So, all right, let's do our second coat of Saddle Up Sugar. There we are. Perfectly opaque now. Beautiful tan color. I could see this being a base for a lot of nail art. Definitely opaque. Gorgeous. Again, y'all, we're not judging the the spray foam that is in my cuticles right now. Once again, I'm going to point out how glossy and smooth she is. Michelle, my local Facebook group, they just argue about everything. It's ridiculous. Oh no, my groups are like that too. But sometimes out of the 100 comments you get, there's probably 2 helpful ones. And those 2 helpful ones are the ones that you need. So I know it's hard to get through the crap, but sometimes it's worth it for sure. As someone who owns a business that you don't know we're here until you need us, I promise you there is something out there you're looking for. Literally, we have been open for 18 years, and every single day we hear, I didn't know you were here. And I'm like, that's because you didn't need us. You didn't have a kid playing Pokemon. You weren't looking for your nostalgic childhood N64. You didn't know Magic the Gathering was a thing. But now you do. So until you need us, you don't know we're there. So there is something, I promise. Michelle said, but I'll ask. Good. Kudos to you for doing it. Jen said, same. Extended high school. Yeah, I get that too, y'all. I do. But sometimes the good is worth the bad. There's your 2 coats of Saddle Up sugar. Helen said, Michelle, do they have Nextdoor in your area? That's a good option too. The Nextdoor app. Y'all, that's how I found my dog sitter. I don't even get on that app that often, but I saw her post, do you need anyone looking for dog sitters for spring break? And yeah, that's how we met her. So, that's a good option too. Last but not least, y'all, I just opened this polish and didn't even show you it because I'm just so excited to get to it. We've got Ranch Hand Romance, another gorgeous cream. This one's our medium raspberry cream polish. It is the last in the collection. Jen says it does have rosy undertones, right? Okay. I don't know, Jen. In the bottle earlier, oh, y'all, okay, I didn't ruin it. I did touch it. It's still tacky. I felt like it was pinky on the front camera, but on the back camera, I very much just see tan. I don't see any pinky to it out of the bottle. And on the swatch wheel, I also don't feel like it's got any rosy to it. I think it's just tan. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one, Jen. And she just says tan, so... Michelle said, yes, I'm a Nextdoor. I don't use it often, but I can ask. Again, it never hurts to ask. Even if you don't get any answers, at least you did it. You tried. And she said, thanks to Helen. Yes, thank you, Helen. We love all the support and help here for sure. All right. First coat, Ranch Hand Romance, y'all. There we go. Almost a 1-coater. You can see we're just a little bit thin. Helen said to Michelle, good luck. Jen said, okay, mine is, TAB, but the screen makes it look tinted almost. It's tan. Okay. But the screen makes it look tinted almost. Yeah. I don't really see much pinky undertone, maybe a slight dusty, maybe. It's so hard to tell. And screens make everything different because your screen is different than my screen and y'all know how it is. So in real life, I feel like it's really just tan. In the bottle and front camera, I felt like it had a pinky tone, but I really don't think it does now. All right, so this first coat of Ranch Hand Romance, Jill says, love, love, love. And we're going to go with our second coat of it because, again, it is a cream. So we just put her on. She smooths out beautifully, and it's so shiny and wonderful. Michelle said, looks more brown, but it's a nice nude. Yes, I don't think there's any pinky undertones. I felt like it did on the front camera, but I don't see it in the back camera. Jackie, I'm back and love the colors. Aren't they gorgeous? Jill said, yes, brownish tan. Jen said, Jill, what do you think is going to be your bestseller in this collection? Ooh, you know what? I really think there's just a whole mix because it has a little bit of everything, y'all. We've got creams, we've got jellies, we've got flakies, we've got shimmers, we've got reflectives. We got neons. There's something of everything in here. So I think and they're so inexpensive, y'all. $11.50. Do you know any other brands that are that cheap still? Between import fees, material costs going up, does anyone know another brand that cheap? I can't. So to get the whole collection for $110, $11.50 each, y'all, that's a steal. Helen said, love this cranberry cream. Isn't it beautiful? Again, Jill said a good mix of summer and fall here. I can see this being a good fall color for sure. Here's your 2-coat screenshot, Ranch Hand Romance. Jill said Pink Pony Saloon, I think. Yeah, the hot pink flanky. Really. It's Mall Madness. It is a beautiful version of Mall Madness. Melissa, can you show the 3 next to the first bright pink? I missed those. I can. I'm also going to get out Jill's finished chicken, which I'll explain that in just a second. Jill said, and just a heads up, prices is changing as of September. 1 top coat and things like that have already changed, but this is a great opportunity to grab stuff. Michelle said $11.50 is a great price. And Jackie, my grocery store is charging a minimum of $14 for polish. At a grocery store, Jackie? Holy smokes. Okay. Yeah. So Jill just said that pricing is going to go up in September, which makes sense, y'all. These prices, Jill is not making any money. I know that as someone who owns a business, y'all, I can straight up tell you Jill is not making any money on her stuff. Her costs are sinking straight back into every one of these bottles. She is not making anything. I don't know how her electric is still on, especially with that being so high right now. So yeah, y'all definitely snatch these up. Esse's and OPIs are that expensive now. My goodness. I haven't shopped the nail polish aisle in a while. That's crazy. And Essie for 14? I can't. All right, Michelle said, right, mainstreams are almost the same. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, y'all. I'm going to flip you for just a second. Really quick. I promise you, Melissa, I will show you those 3. I promise. But really quickly, I'm going to flip you for a second. Oop. I also clicked on someone's name. Okay, so I talked about this in the beginning of the video. Anybody who, anyone who missed this, in this envelope is what we call the finished chicken. This is a secondary swatch wheel that Jill made for me. It has all of her polishes on it in her preferred 2 or 3 coats and topped with glitter grabber and top coat at her preference. So this is fully finished. You're going to see everything with top coats, glitter smoothers, all beautiful, pretty what they're going to be on your nails. So I'm going to open this and then I'm going to show these up close to the camera, but I didn't open it because she sent it separate. So we're going to open it live together. We're also going to see how much padding she put in here because y'all, this is one swatch wheel that is all in here. Also, if you are new and you don't know why this was the worst tool to open this with, don't know why we call it the finished chicken. It is like a cooking show when they stick the chicken raw in the oven and then 5 seconds later they pull out a nice pretty cooked one. That's what this is. This is my cooked chicken. It is a finished chicken. Jill said, you're 100% correct, Chelsea, and we are very, very, very slow this year. It's not good. Yes. I mean, y'all, people aren't spending money. It's so expensive. Everything is so expensive. Luxuries are the first thing to go. Again, I own a game store. I totally understand this. That is the first thing people stop spending money on is their hobbies. Jackie said, Helen said, seriously to Jackie. Jill said, okay, I'm sorry, we scrolled back up. Melissa said, thanks, of course. I'm trying to, y'all, look at all this. This is a swatch wheel. Look at how much bubble is in here. I gotta try and get it open now. She's taped the crap out of it too. All right, we get that open. We get this open. Can we get in? Nope, still not yet. Working on it, promise y'all. Jill made me a puzzle piece. It's like an escape room. Okay, all right, I want to see how much bubble wrap is on this. Jill said, when I talk into my phone, it spelled your name wrong. Well, boo to your phone. Jackie said, brands. Michelle said, there's so much saturation now, but we'll show you some love. I'll definitely try some stuff. Definitely those pinks. Yes. Yes. Again, $11.50 is a steal, y'all. It's a steal, and prices are going to go up in September, so you'll never find them cheaper. Well, so I plan to purchase too and show some love. You guys are so wonderful. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It will get reused, I promise. In these stashes, in work stuff, somewhere, this will get reused. I promise. All right. And voila. We have a beautiful finished chicken. I will flip the camera around and show it closer, of course. But here is our gorgeous, gorgeous finished chicken. Comments. Let's see. Jill said, thanks, Michelle, so much. And thanks, Melissa. Jess said... Jess, I don't know if I'm going to read that one. Y'all usually read everything. I don't know if I'm going to read that one. Can anybody read Jess's comment right now? Anybody read that one? Am I reading it wrong? Is my brain just a little dirty? Melissa said, you're welcome, Jill. Melissa laughed. Jill said, LOL, Jess. Helen said, I'll see you at PBE table. Yeah, so excited. Come say hi to me. Sugar Fire Smokehouse just joined, y'all. My favorite barbecue place in the St. Louis area. They actually catered our wedding. Absolutely best barbecue in St. Louis. If you come in the area, definitely check it out. Let's see. Melissa is laughing. Jill said, I can't wait to meet you, Helen. Please say hi. Yes, definitely come say hi to me too, y'all. I have a little bit of a something for you if you come say hi to me. So make sure you come say hi to me. Frida said, that was an interesting comment to comment on. Helen said, LOL. Jess said, sorry, Chels. I saw it and laughed. Melissa said, Michelle said, save money on bubble wrap, right? And she sent our distorted face. Jill said, she's a woohoo doc. And, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Okay. Jill said, I need to start my comments with, don't read this out loud. Jill said, oh, trust me, I've had a bajillion broken in 16 years. Okay. All right, y'all. Jess's comment, because I read them all, and I tell you, I read them all. Jess said, vaginas are slow this year too. Hopefully things will get better. And I didn't know until Jill said it, that Jess, she said she's a woohoo doc. So she is a lady doctor. Okay, that makes way more sense now. But when I read that comment, I was like, what are we saying? Vaginas are slow this year too. Good Lord. Good Lord. But again, that's the sad truth that hobbies go, and then people, they cut money where they can. So they're not taking that health into account or serious. They're cutting those costs, and that's a sad part of our country and not having healthcare here. So could talk about that for hours too. So, but what we're gonna do next, and we got all the laughs happening now. So if you are watching the replay and you enjoyed me reading that comment, there you go. I hope it made you smile. Listen, oh my God, I just caught on. See, I didn't know it either. I didn't know it either at first. All right. I'm gonna flip you around so we can show off the beautiful finished chicken that Jill painstakingly did, and then super wrapped and protected and mailed to me separate so it would guarantee get here beautifully. So I'm gonna flip you around and show this off. Flipping. Oh, now you see that's half the D-stash, y'all, half of it, and a plant and dog toys I need to fix. Anyways, we didn't flip you quick enough. Usually you don't see the magic behind the curtain, but tonight you did. All right, here is our finished wheel. I'm gonna try very hard to name these because I think Jill did them in a different order than I did, and that's totally fine. Just as don't report me. We won't. It's fine. Oh, y'all, accidental emoji, but we did it. Michelle laughed at Jess. Frida said, thank you for explaining because I'm not sure what sort of live this was going to be. Also, we're not zoomed in yet, so let's zoom in so we can focus. Okay, this beauty here is our Cowgirls Chaos. And again, y'all, this is fully top coated. The ones that need glitter smoother or glitter grabber have it on it. Things that she felt like needed 3 coats have 3 coats. But this is, Jess said, look at that monster. Is that real? It is. Y'all, I bought that at Target. 6 months ago, maybe longer. It was only $30. I couldn't believe the price. I had to have it. It has gotten even bigger. I've even had to like purge leaves. It's now trying to root in the air. I need to figure out what to do with it. But yes, it is real. I've always wanted one. So that price tag, I couldn't. I had to buy it. And it lives in my office, which gets so much sunlight. So it's just like happy thriving until one year it just dies because that's what my plants do. Okay, our beautiful Kareem here. This is our Ranch Hand Romance. Jess said beautiful, and Jill said love. Gorgeous. And then next, our beautiful purple cream, which is Chaps and Charms. And yes, y'all, I'm picking up the matching bottle to these and flipping them upside down so I can read the label. So if I drop one, that's why. We're doing this all one-handed. Beautiful, beautiful purple cream. Jen, have you UV'd the pinks? I've been getting Alex to bed. I have not yet. That will be our last thing. I'm going to do it on our finished chicken. And then our third lovely cream from the collection is Saddle Up Sugar. Again, stunner. Once again, y'all, this is our finished chicken. So these have all been top coated with Glisten and Glow's glossy top coat. Some of them have had glitter smoother added if necessary, which I'm assuming we probably did here on our beautiful Flaky Bomb. This one is Boot Scootin' Babe in all her glossy glory. Helen, gotta run. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see everyone at PB. Thank you so much for hanging out, Helen. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Next up, this is one of our Jelly Babes. This is Cowboys Cupid. Look at those flakies. Oh, thank you for following, Helen. I appreciate it so much. Michelle waved, and Jill said 2 to 3 coats on all, and she said, see you at PBE, Helen. Gorgeous. This one here, which this was a reflective, y'all, I will show flash to you, and it is not textured now that it has glitter grabber and top coat on it. But that one is Longhorn Love Story. I will put the flash on this in just a second. We got all the hearts on the screen, y'all. All right, flash on this beauty. Show those extra sparkles with the reflective glitters. And then next up is Wild West Wanderer. Look at how intense and shifty that is. Can you imagine this one in low lighting, y'all? Absolutely beautiful. There's so many hearts on the screen. I love it. I feel the love, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kat just joined. Hello, Kat. We are wrapping up here. We're showing off the Glisten and Glow Cowgirl Cutie collection. This is our finished chicken that Jill provided with top coat on everything. So the one right here on the screen is Wild West Wanderer. Jill said, clearly I've been watching Dutton Ranch. I don't know, y'all. Sorry, I don't know that one. I may have to check it out, though, because apparently horse shows are my thing lately. Next up is Hey Girl Hey. I absolutely love this name and this polish. Look at how rich she is. So good. I weirdly just got a craving for like blueberry pie. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Please don't. I don't know. Don't judge. Spin-off of Yellowstone. It's on my list. We have not watched Yellowstone yet. It is on the list. All right. Last, certainly not least, y'all, is our Pink Pony Saloon. Hot neon pink here. Michelle said, here comes that pink. Cat waved and sent a distorted face emoji. Maria says, love Dutton Ranch. I don't know if I'm saying it right, y'all. Hopefully. At least you don't know if it lines up with my mouth, though, since the camera's backwards. Maria said, me too. I'm sorry. Jill said me too to Maria. My bad. All right. These are absolutely gorgeous. Jen has requested that we show these with a UV light or a black light. So I'm going to turn off the arch light. And I've got my little black light keychain here because she said some of these have a UV reactive. So we're going to see. I do think the blue has a little bit of a glow, but sometimes top coat will do that too. Here is our gorgeous hot pink Pony Saloon. And then this was our other pink, Cowgirl Chaos. It's definitely got a little bit of a glow. Not so much on the creams. Didn't expect it. Nope. Reflective glitters in this one do glow a little bit. We talked about that earlier. And then, nope. Okay, so, but our neon pinks, they definitely, both of those glow. And then the blue has a little bit of a neon to it as well. All right, I'm going to turn that arch light back on for anyone who has a light sensitivity. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let me zoom you out a little bit, and I'll get our info sheet back out. See if I can get it on the screen as well as our swatch wheel for those who like to screenshot. Here is, this is our info plus the 10. You know what? I'm sorry, Jill. I love you. And it is finished and it is beautiful. But this is the 10 Cowgirl Cutie collection plus our 2 PBE $5 doorbuster exclusives. This is everything I showed off tonight. So if y'all want to screenshot the info, let me get rid of that glare for you. There is everything I showed tonight plus your info sheet. Wonderful. All right, Melissa, did we see everything you wanted to see? Let me know, because I can show something closer again. I know you missed a couple. I did just go over them on the finished chicken, but if I missed something, let me know. I could also give you label shots of the few. I forgot. I think it was these 3 you wanted me to go back to, but I don't remember. Slope said, see you soon to Jill. Yes, I'm so excited, y'all. So excited. Week and a half away. So sorry, y'all. Can we do label shots? The 3 next to the first pink. Okay. So the first pink, so you need these 3. Can you share the exclusives again? Yes, Nay. We'll do that. All right. Let me... Bottle shots coming in hot, y'all. All right, here we go. I probably have to... Hold on. We got to get you out of the frame because it's going to... And then we got to zoom in again. Okay. 4, 5, and 6. Yes. Okay, Melissa. Gotcha. All right. Nay, ignore the label being taped on. We had a whole issue earlier, but just ignore it. All right. Windy City Whirl. This is one of the 2 exclusives. Michelle said, so jealous. Next year, Michelle. Next year. All right. Windy City Whirl. Beautiful. It's a lovely flaky blue. And then we've got our Loop Life. Oh, that's the one that Jen said the glitters glow. Y'all, my brain. All right. Loop Life. This is a reflective. Of course, all my swatches tonight, y'all, are 2 coats. Those are the 2 for Nay. It's very pretty, Nay. It's got a gorgeous shimmer. It's got reflective pink glitters in it. Purple glitters. Y'all, I don't even know anymore. All right. And then Melissa wants to see label shots really quick. 2 coats of Boot Scootin' Babe. Again, mine are not with top coat. Jill's were with top coat. We are back to my wheel. I apologize if that upsets anyone. I don't know. It's just where we went. It's what's in my hand. And then our green, that would be this one here. 2 coats of Longhorn Love Story. Again, this one is a reflective, so it does need a glitter smoother and a top coat to get her nice and smoothed out. And last but certainly not least is Cowboys Cupid. Michelle, I think that's the I'm sorry, Melissa. That's the last one that I believe you needed was Cowboys Cupid. Beautiful teal with all them flakies. Love it. Okay, I think that is everything. I'm going to flip y'all around. Perfect, got this. Thanks, Melissa. Thank you. You're so welcome. I'm going to flip you around. Awesome sauce. I'm going to back up because we are way too close again. That always happens. Yes. So, wonderful, wonderful. So many amazing things. Again, these will be available at the Polish and Beauty Expo July 19th. That's at the Tinley Park Convention Center outside of Chicago. It's in Tinley Park, Illinois, technically. I highly recommend, if you don't mind traveling or you're in the Chicago area, checking out the event. There are still tickets available, so definitely go look into it. If you've got some time next weekend and you want to come meet more like-minded people, people who won't judge you for owning a wall of nail polish or just being you, it's a really, really fun event. I highly recommend you checking out. All of these will be available there. You have the 2 exclusives that are $5 a piece. If there are overpours, those will be available on Glisten & Glow's website July 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern, along with the Cowgirl Cutie collection. That whole collection is guaranteed coming to their website. So if you can't make it to the show, don't be upset, don't fret. You can buy those on Glisten & Glow's website for sure. Jackie said, I can't wait for PBE. Me either. I'm so excited, y'all. Again, come say hi to me. I do have a little bit something to give those who come say hi to me. Of course, if I run out, I run out, but I bought a chunk. I have a chunk of things. Anyways, that's cryptic. I know it. I'm sorry, but I just want it to be a fun surprise. Kat said, me too. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Again, y'all, definitely come say hi to me. Even if you think I'm busy, please come say hi to me. I want to meet you. I want to say hi. I want to hug. If you like hugs, if you don't, that's totally fine. Just let me know. I like to take selfies. I do a little reel of all the selfies that we take while we're at the event too. It's just a fun little memory. It pops up on my feed every now and then. I like it. It makes me happy. So definitely come say hi for sure. Kat said, can't wait for next weekend. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I mean, my anxiety could wait for the traveling part of it, like the being in the car for 5 to 6 hours. But otherwise, I can't wait for the rest of it. Also, again, if you are anxious about the event, because I know a lot of people are, please know that a lot of us also are. I very much, y'all, I have anxiety. I know that I'm here and it doesn't feel like it, but right now I'm alone in my office. I'm in my safe zone. I get to just chat with my friends. But I do get anxious too. Once I'm at the event, I'm good. But even in the hotel, walking down to the meet and greet, y'all, I got butterflies. I am so nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I should go back to the room. Maybe I need to pee for the 300th time. I don't know. And then we get there and it's so much fun. And I promise you, everyone is so nice and so friendly. There is zero judgment happening except for where'd you get that polish and can I buy it? Or you just bought the last one. That's probably the only judgment if you buy one that somebody wants. But it's a wonderful event. So definitely come check it out. Marie said, I can't wait to meet you all. I'm so excited. Michelle said, internet, yours or mine? I'm still tethered, so hopefully not mine. Jill said, can't wait to meet you all. And thank you so much, Chelsea. Thank you so much, Jill, for sending these to me to show off to everyone. I can't wait to see you next weekend. Jen said, y'all have so much fun. Send me pics. We definitely will, Jen. We will. And one day it's going to happen. Jill said, please feel free to come say hi. I love people. Please, you are safe with me. Come say hi. That is true. Jill is the biggest heart, y'all. The biggest. So definitely see Jill. My first PBA, and I'm so excited to meet everyone. I'm excited that you're excited, Jackie. It's so much fun. You're going to love it. You're going to be addicted. Literally, when you leave, you're going to start saving for next year, and you're going to start a countdown. I do. I have a countdown on my phone. I restart it the night we get home from shopping. Get to my hotel room, turn on my countdown. They do announce the next show at the show. Also, y'all, big tip. Shopping day ends. It's extended this year. Does it end at 6 p.m.? It used to end at 5 p.m. It's extended by an hour this year. But at the end of shopping day, They will do drawings for the raffle. You have to be there to get your prize. So don't leave early. Even if you're tired, even if you don't want to shop, there are chairs at the little cafe area and at the tutorial tables. Grab a chair and chill. Do not leave because you cannot get your prize if you win one, if you're not there. And they announced the date for the next year. I was like, I know it's going somewhere with that. And they announced the date for the next year. So definitely stay. Even if you're done shopping and you like, if you don't want to miss those prizes, because they're good. They do bog bags. They do coach bags. They do Helmers, which if you win a Helmer and you flew, they will ship it to you. So you don't even have to pay shipping. There's a VIP bag. Someone will get a VIP bag usually with every polish in it, like that were in all the VIP bags. Like they're really, really good prizes. So definitely hang out. Plus in that time, even if you're done shopping, you can hang out with friends. You can meet new friends. You can trade stuff. Maybe you've got some mysteries you want to open. I highly recommend you stay for the whole event if you can. And that is the last of my PBE soapbox for tonight. So with that, I know Kevin has been cooking dinner. He's probably done waiting for me to shut up. Jill said, and we're playing Plinko too at my booth. Yay! I'm so excited. I love Plinko. Okay. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to see you again soon. I know it. I have lots more to show off. So until I do, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.